National standards, supporting Ghanaian jobs, driving Ghana's industrial future. Whether you are expanding your fleet, building infrastructure, growing your agribusiness, or upgrading your personal drive.
Choose strength. Choose quality. Choose locally assembled excellence. Zondatech Ghana Limited can be located at its headquarters in Tema. Call Zondatech Ghana Limited on 0501 772222 or 0501 773333.
Zondatech Ghana Limited, proudly assembled in Ghana, driven by excellence.
Last year was the first. This year, we go bigger.
2.0, Charlie.
Accra, get ready. From the 28th to the 31st of May, 2026, the ultimate auto and homes fair lands once again at Good Park, Accra Mall. Looking for a new car?
Push to start.
Your dream home.
Home sweet home.
Or the latest home appliances to spruce up your space.
Soft life vibe.
This is your one-stop shop for the best mortgage deals, expert advice, and unbeatable offers from our auto, real estate, and home appliances partners. Don't just dream it. Come to Good Park from the 28th to the 31st of May 2026 and own something special.
Save the date.
Wheels and Homes Fair is powered by Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I lay aside, Fidelity.
City 97.3. Accra.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to City. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. City FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Knocking at my door, dreams I held so close and precious seem to slip forevermore. Fortunes threaten to escape me like the sand within my hand. Still I hear your gentle whisper, child, in me you'll stand. My help comes from the Lord.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the
When my
noise.
strength is weak and broken, you are standing by my side. My
This
help
is
comes from
the City Breakfast
You will
Show.
never let me fall. From the rising of the morning, you are faithful through it all.
City 97.3.
When the road is long and weary, and my tears become my song, when the answers seem so distant, and the night feels far too long, I will look unto the mountains where my victory shall rise. For the God who holds tomorrow sees the pain behind my eyes. You are my refuge, you are my shield, you are the promise that time reveals. You are my healer,
City Breakfast Show.
Indeed, our help comes from the Lord. This is a new one from Leslie Monza. We love it on a Thursday morning like this. We love to inspire you, encourage you. Right, so this is off the God No Go Shame Us album, and it's called My Help Comes from the Lord. God No Go Shame You album, indeed called from the Song of Ascents, Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes to the hills, from where comes my help? My help comes from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. Listen, he will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. So do not be afraid. You are not alone. Help is on its way. Keep the faith, because you shall not be put to shame. Your help comes from the Lord. Learn to access his help, opening up to him, looking unto him, opening up your vulnerabilities to his supplements, because he is able to keep you. He is able. Oh my word. If the Lord does not help you, how can I? That's scripture. Listen, he's able to keep you from falling. So keep the faith, keep moving. Whether you're trusting him for a breakthrough in your health, you are standing for the right thing and people are coming at you left, right, and center, the Lord is able to keep you. So keep going forward. Keep the faith and keep showing up, because soon the story will turn around. Welcome to a brand new day. It's an inspirational morning from us to you. Thank you for being a part of our morning. This is 97.3 Citi FM, City Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda. Great grace is coming to do great things. We're grateful to ABSA for the business sense this morning, the inspiration you get from this song and the text we shared with you. ABSA is happy to share that with you as well. ABSA says no matter how nice your landlord is, nothing beats owning your own home. And ABSA knows this. That's why this year we are helping you say yes to making it happen. With an ABSA mortgage, you can finance your dream home with flexible, tailored solutions. Get up to 5 million Ghana cedis with 5 to 15 years to pay back on a fixed interest rate. Yes, this year, say yes to your home sweet home. Visit an ABSA bank branch to apply for an ABSA mortgage today. Your story matters, ABSA. We'll bring you the news review in a bit. And that's brought to you by Zonda Tech and Fidelity Bank. Ghana is building, Ghana is moving. If you're looking for a vehicle, whether you want a truck or something luxurious, or you want a light duty truck, we've got them all. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, from Sinotrack to Great Wall Motors, Cherry, Forland, Santui, Sunny Grove. We've got them all. Just walk into any of our offices, grab a brand new vehicle assembled in Ghana, affordable luxury you can trust. Come, let's sort you out. And if you're thinking of where to find, realtors and vehicles all together, Fidelity is putting the Wheels and Homes Fair together today. It's starting today all the way to the 31st of May. The Ultimate Auto and Homes Fair lands once again at the Good Park at the Crown Mall. You want to spruce up your space as well. All the home appliances, the experts, the best mortgage deals, all of it is happening at at the Good Park from the 28th to the 31st. Come and own something special. Hills and Homes Fair, inspired by Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. Happy to welcome Samuel Attah-Mensah and Richard Dela Sky to the studio this morning.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, it's good to have you all.
Good morning.
This morning.
If you want to, if you want to switch, you must him.
Welcome this morning. How you all doing? This day, man. This day. Oh my God.
All the brothers and sisters in the Babylon, Charlie, I greet you people. Yeah.
The salad meat, how you get up?
Zero.
Sandra say
they call her Ghana, nothing.
Sandra say after the prayers, they didn't have enough time to work on that. So they want today to be declared as a holiday, so they can finish.
They can do the
disbursement.
And you have to do the needful.
True. About the
all the support
yesterday we declared all the Ghana. Oh no, Charlie, brothers don't try. But I don't be anything. No, it'd be like maybe things are not that well. So we'll pray that next year there will be proper performance.
We'll pray.
The Chronicle says this morning National Security dismantles Galamsey networks linked to Secretariat. Comes with a photograph of the National Security Coordinator COP Alhaji Abdul Osman Razak. Also on the front page this morning, government begins 800-acre land reclamation project at Nkrofo. Some of the stories make the front page this morning in the Chronicle.
Okay, the Inquisitor newspaper, restoring degraded lands, Mahama is committed, Lands Minister assures. And then abuse of free speech, Afayo Markin speaks on where to draw the line. And MPA CEO vows to deal with fuel smuggling.
Let me take you to the news center. Government to restore 800 acres of River Subri, Galamsey ravaged lands. This coming in from the Minister for the Sector, the Honorable Kofi Amaboa. Also on the front page this morning, Damang producing gold before rectification lawful. Dr. Steve Mantiao is making that assertion here. Some other stories here, including one that says 300 evacuated from South Africa arrive home, and stories about the Eid al-Adha celebration. One that says Baumia urges unity, sacrifice at Eid al-Adha celebration.
Yeah.
The Ghanaian publisher, government begins 800-acre reclamation project in Nkrofo. I'm still on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher. Adamus refutes claims linking it to alleged Mali violations. And then President Mahama urges peace, warns against drugs at Eid. And then GMET, finally, GMET to Ghanaians, take weather warnings seriously. That is coming in from the GMET.
Okay, so a number of additional newspapers have come in. Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times, for instance, that says government begins 800-acre reclamation project in Nkrofo. I brought you that story from another newspaper much earlier. Also, the front page this morning, first batch of Ghanaian evacuees from South Africa arrive home, and RUPAG commends government for raw rubber export ban.
Okay, the Daily Graphic newspaper, let peace prevail. President urges Ghanaians in Eid message. Still on the front page, this story, it appears in all the papers. Government begins 800-acre reclamation project at Nkrofo. Chief Imam lauds interfaith harmony at Eid prayers. And then 300 Ghanaians arrive home from South Africa.
The Daily Gist has many of these newspaper stories we've brought to you thus far, but they have a unique story that says detained MP files for bail in Amsterdam. Another story says Tema aircraft crash report out. Some of the stories on the front page.
The Overseer newspaper, Tema Oil Refinery advances comeback with 1 million barrels of Bonga crude delivery. Story on the front page here. And then Kumasi to host funeral of Sami Jemfi's father-in-law this weekend. The government received first batch of Ghanaian evacuees from South Africa. And then Eid al-Adha, be responsible and avoid drugs. President Mahama tells Ghanaian youth.
The Accra Times says Afoko unveils 3R strategy to rebrand MPP ahead of 2028 elections. Also on the front page this morning, Parliament values your work. Speaker Alban Bagbin encourages parliamentary staff. His photograph is here on the front page. And something here still concerning Parliament, leave a legacy, nature talents. Clark urges parliamentary staff, and some other stories on the front page.
Okay. The Daily Guide this morning, Attah-Mensah denies link to Mali claims. They also capture that story. And then government backtracks on new quote-unquote e-levy. And the minister leads 800-acre land reclamation at Nkrofo. They also capture 300 Ghanaians arrive from South Africa.
Okay.
The Daily Democrat says Attah-Mensah and Jalales fight back over false Mali allegations. The photograph of Attah-Mensah CEO is here on the front page. Also, Kwesi Pratt Jr. rejects neo-colonial exploitation. The crusade is still very much on. The aggression, the struggle is still very much alive. And then something here that says Gold Board expands Ghana's gold refining drive.
Okay. Final paper from me, BNFT. GCB Bank joins strategic push to strengthen Africa's cross-border payment systems. And then reserves up, CD down. That is also captured on BNFT. And then government warns against premix price manipulation and diversion. And then BOG pushes African payment integration to boost regional trade.
Okay, so
I'll give you one additional
okay,
paper.
one additional
Yes,
paper. Thank you for that.
So let me take you quickly to the overseer that says Tor advances come back with 1 million barrels of Bonga crude oil delivery. Also, the front page this morning, Kumasi to host funeral. Oh, hold on. Did you read
the overseer? Yes. I have
They're
the
almost
overseer
the same,
paper. Yeah, I think I have. So
the
we had
producer
double
repeated.
papers. Yeah.
Okay, then let me do the daybreak newspaper.
Okay.
Also, the front page. Let me. The guy make a concept for lash up. The daybreak newspaper says Galamsey fight. Government turns abandoned mining pits into productive lands, and then also water security is national security. Ambassador Dr. Usu telling government, and then also Attah-Mensah lawyers fighting back.
Right. So
okay, the New Republic. Yeah, let me bring you the final one. The New Republic. This troubling story here. Ghanaian hairdresser severely injured in South Africa as violent manhunt escalates. And then ex-minister received 2 others to refund 579 million Ghana cedis. And then Ghana evacuees citizens from South Africa return home.
Right. So if we go to citynewsroom.com this morning, Lendo Klu is ordering the demolition of structures on waterways in Ablekuma West. That's the Greater Accra Regional Minister. 26 Ghanaian prisoners among 300 evacuees from South Africa. Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa here. Tema Oil Refinery receives 1 million barrels of Bonga crude for refining operations. Now, on the Accra-Kumasi Expressway, 51 kilometers have been cleared so far, and compensation is to begin in June. Ghana's economy has expanded. Ghana economy to expand 5% in 2026. AFDB is saying your job is to be engineers, not politicians. Energy Ministry tells ECG. And you go on and cuts praises BOG for suspending MTN's 0.7% wallet to bank fee. There are other stories if you go to channel1newsonline.com. Impresso MP, South Africa evacuation not for politics. NPP would have done same. And then other stories here. Use aid to strengthen national unity. Professor Opoku Ajimana, Vice President, is speaking. Be optimistic. God has ways of opening new doors. Julius Debra, Chief of Staff to the evacuees who have just returned from South Africa. AI must never replace human dignity. This is Pope Leo. We brought you that a bit earlier. If you go to myjoyonline.com, wager traditional leaders support demolition of structures on waterways to curb flooding. And other stories. I suffered beatings. Look at my marks. Evacuated Ghanaian recounts alleged xenophobic attack in South Africa. We can pass it by Friday. The Pamakpo signals rapid move on LGBTQ plus bill. And then if you go to the High Street Journal, don't renew Goldfields lease. Online campaign starts after emotional evacuation of Ghanaians from South Africa. A raft of stories on the BBC this morning. First, Ghanaians evacuated from South Africa over immigration protests land in Accra. Ghana welcomes Pope's apology over Catholic Church's role in slavery. South African President mounts legal challenge against reports that could lead to impeachment. And elsewhere, Iran's Revolutionary Guard said they targeted a U.S. air base in response to strikes by U.S. around the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, so let's take off this morning. By way of some information, there's a notice that appears to come from the Kingdom of Cambodia, official notice for all African nationals in the Kingdom of Cambodia, Ghana, Kenya, Cameroon, Uganda, and Nigeria. Others. And it says that the Royal Government of Cambodia, through the General Department of Immigration, Ministry of Interior, wishes to inform all African nationals, including citizens of Ghana, Kenya, Cameroon, Uganda, and others, that that the waiver granted to you will officially end on the 31st day of May 2026. First, all foreign nationals whose fines have been cleared must leave Cambodia on or before the 31st day of May 2026. And secondly, any foreign national who enters, remains, or is found in Cambodia from the 1st of June 2026 will be arrested at the airport or at any location and shall, one, serve a jail term of 2 years, and two, pay a penalty of $8,000 before being allowed to leave Cambodia. Now, the third one says the Cambodia police will start arresting any foreigner at any hideout in Cambodia from the first day of June 2026 for overstay, and will hand over to the immigration authorities for legal action. Now, all concerned are hereby informed to strictly comply with the notice. The Royal Government of Cambodia will not tolerate any violation of our immigration laws. Now, your cooperation is highly appreciated. It's apparently signed by a certain Lieutenant General Som Sotik, and then also countersigned by General Sa Soka.
Okay, so if you have relatives in Cambodia,
that's right, and
tell them not to overstay.
Exactly, because by the 31st they must leave. Today's date is what?
Today's
28.
28. That's right. If the notice is as authentic as my contacts have suggested, please, you know what to do.
Cambodia.
Because Ghana, we go places. So meanwhile, we are told that 300 of our people have come back from South Africa. The story.
That's
you have
right.
That story?
Yes, in a couple of newspapers, page 16 of the Daily Graphic. Let me quickly take you there. And 300 Ghanaians arrive home from South Africa. Story by Pakome Emmanuel Damali. Now, the first batch of 300 Ghanaians evacuated from South Africa arrived at the Accra International Airport yesterday afternoon to emotional scenes as families and government officials gathered to receive them. Now, the evacuees included 26 persons detained for visa violations in South Africa. They touched down at about 3 p.m. in a chartered Ethiopian Airlines flight amid cheers and relief. Now, the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Attah-Mensah, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, James Jachikweisen, and the Chief Executive Officer of the National Disaster Management Organization, Dr. Joseph Bikanyi Kunyon, led a government delegation to welcome the returnees. Pretty much good news, and hopefully the rest will also
I suffered beatings. Look at my marks. Evacuated Ghanaian recounts alleged xenophobic attack in South Africa. This is on myjoyonline.com. But if you go to the High Street Journal, there is a campaign online for the lease of Goldfields not to be renewed. Anger over xenophobic attacks and repatriation of Ghanaians from South Africa has sparked the hashtag Don't Renew Goldfields lease campaign online, with calls for retaliatory non-renewal of Goldfields Takwa lease support from prominent figures and protest threats. Also, there is a growing wave of anger, frustration, and a call for retaliation sweeping across Ghanaian social media following the emotional evacuation of hundreds of Ghanaians from South Africa. After 300 Ghanaians who faced xenophobic attacks in South Africa were returned in a very emotional manner, many Ghanaians online have believed the government should not sit aloof without acting in retaliation.
Yeah, but is that exactly what we should be preaching? I think these matters require, serious engagement, diplomatically to resolve without, escalating to.
Yeah, but if
level.
you look at the manner in which the the xenophobic attacks.
These
took
were,
place
you
back
know,
then,
citizens
and some of
acting
the
unlawfully.
comments
I think
that
the
their
pressure
people
should be on the
made
government of
to
South
deal with
Africa
them.
Yes.
to arrest and prosecute the people who are engaging in these extra judicial punishments.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
ensure that they are incarcerated to
Yes.
serve as a deterrent to others.
While at it, we also want to empower our own.
Yeah, we can empower our own without, you know, undermining the whole Africa
Well,
unity.
yeah, it's a
agenda.
wake-up call
You know,
because Africa
after we
unity,
hold the-
Africa
we hold
unity,
the
you are
head-
beating me and all that.
That is not the point. You know,
Charlie.
we have seen in this country, in
Yes.
some cases, Ghanaians lock up shops of other nationals,
We didn't
including
beat them
Nigeria.
the
No,
way they
yes,
are beating us.
yeah, we've not seen beating, but I'm
Yes.
saying that it does not need to take the form of beating for
Yeah.
you to know that people are
Don't
doing
worry.
things they shouldn't be doing.
Don't worry. Until
So
then-
it's important that we are talking about one Africa.
We can talk about Pan Africa and still
Borderless
protect
Africa.
our own.
Yeah.
No, it's
We- we-
no, it's a very
We
important.
can do that too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
let me take
while
you
at
to.
it, can I bring you the last one from South Africa? Because a Ghanaian hairdresser has been severely injured in South Africa as violent manhunt escalates. Story in the New Republic, page 6 by Philip Antor. Now, the latest wave of xenophobic violence in South Africa has taken a distinctly lethal turn, leaving Ghanaian residents in Johannesburg crippled by terror. Unlike previous flare-ups of anti-immigrant sentiment that were contained by police presence, the recent unrest has devolved into what community leaders describe as a violent, unchecked manhunt. Now, the grim reality of the situation was laid bare this week with a brutal assault on Bernice Diana Ekufo, a 42-year-old hairdresser and 2-decade resident of Johannesburg.
We'll leave it there.
I believe these
We'll
people
leave it
can
there.
be found and
Yeah.
dealt
Yes,
with. Let me
yes.
take you to another story. Mahama confronts drug menace charges. Charges the youth to
Yes.
stay clean at Eid celebration. Page 2 of the Chronicle has the story. Richard
Yes.
Osuechao says President John Dramani Mahama used Ghana's Eid al-Adha celebrations in Accra yesterday to deliver a blunt charge to the country's youth to stay off drugs and remain focused on building the future and contributing to national development.
Yeah.
There's a quote here that says, I urge you to avoid drug addiction. He told thousands of faithfuls gathered for the celebration. Now, it's important because this is coming on the heels of the report that came out recently that
about 6,000 was it?
Yeah,
Yes, 6,000. About
6,000,
6,000
yeah.
youth who went for security, applications were tested positive for
Drugs
drug
and others have
all kinds
mental
of
issues
drugs.
and
Oh,
things.
Charlie,
kinds of
matter.
drugs.
This country.
But still on the Eid, Chief Imam is lauding interfaith harmony at Eid prayers. Now, the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Dr. Osman Nuhu Sharabutu, has called on Muslims to embrace the virtue of sacrifice of self over sacrifice for self, as the nation joined the Muslim world to celebrate Eid al-Adha yesterday. Now, later, while offering the special Eid prayer, the Chief Imam praised Ghana's long-standing interfaith harmony. He reminded Christians and Muslims of their common origin. Quote, "We all came from Adam. God made us from clay," he said, and called for tolerance and mutual respect among all religious
Very
groups.
well.
Okay, let me also mention quickly that if you go to page 7 of the news center, there's a story there about the leader of the opposition, Dr. Baumia. So he's basically saying that there's the need for unity, sacrifice, and he was speaking at the Eid celebration. So former Vice President Mahamudu Baumia has extended Eid al-Adha greetings to Muslims in Ghana and across the world, urging citizens to uphold the values of sacrifice, compassion, and unity associated with the festival.
There's an interesting story, my Joe, online. Google worker charged with using internal data to make $1.2 million on bets. No, the bet thing it's a
Well,
pandemic
for
now,
the-
and
It's
it's
a
taking-
pandemic, man.
Charlie, it's a big problem. But let's come home, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because when you go to Ablekuma West, Greater Accra Minister orders demolition of structures on waterways. Julian Odame writes that Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklu has directed the Ablekuma West Municipal Assembly to demolish all structures obstructing waterways by Wednesday, June 3, following recent flooding incidents in parts of the municipality. The directive was issued during a post-flood inspection tour of severely affected communities in Ablekuma West, aimed at assessing the damage. Sky, you should see the regional minister. She's in a Wellington boot and she has, it removes from the black plastic bag is to cover her head, and she's wearing some jacket, walking through the waters. And my friends in the wager side, though, they tell me that it would appear that the dam has been spilled and they were not informed. I've not confirmed that yet, but there are areas they say are flooding, not only as a result of the rains. And the wager traditional leaders are supporting demolition of structures on waterways to curb flooding. That story is on my Joy Online this morning. The traditional authorities in Weja, together with the chief of Lafa Barimba, Ni Ayi Okofrobo, have expressed support for the government's ongoing demolition of structures built on waterways as part of efforts to reduce flooding in parts of the Greater Accra region.
Okay, while at that, GMET to Ghanaians, take weather warnings seriously. Now, the Ghana Meteorological Agency, GMET, has advised citizens to take weather advisories and warnings seriously as the country enters the peak of the major rainy season. Mr. Nana Kofi Opoku, principal meteorologist at GMET, told the Ghana News Agency on Monday that although rainfall patterns over Accra had not changed drastically over the years, rainfall had become highly variable and erratic, with intense downpours occurring within short periods.
Let's stay with the environment because page 3 of the Daily Gist newspaper talks about this 800-acre Galamsey site in Nkrumah that government is working to reclaim. The story is by Nadia Ntiamwa. Says the Mahama administration has intensified efforts to restore lands destroyed by illegal mining activities, with the government rolling out a major environmental reclamation project at Nkrumah in the western region as part of a broader nationwide strategy to combat the devastating impact of Galamsey. Now, the latest intervention involves the reclamation and reforestation of about 800 acres of degraded land along the river Subri at Nkrumah, the hometown of the first president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah. It goes on to talk about other things, but if I let me draw your attention to an editorial on page 4 of the Ghanaian Times. Says, ban on raw rubber exports, a bold policy that must deliver. So basically they are commending Ghana for taking a bold step to ban raw rubber exports. But what we should also ban, which I'm pushing for strongly, is the black polythene bags beyond the what's the name, the foam, something from styrofoam.
But the black bag, it came in handy yesterday.
Really?
When it was raining, the regional minister used to cover hair.
We forget our bonnet. No bonnet.
I know, right?
No bonnet.
I know that one.
Well, I'll make the girls sew some for her.
Very important. Once the seeking to demolish illegal structures now on the Accra Kumasi Expressway. 51 kilometers have been cleared so far, and compensations are to begin in June. William Nai writes on citynewsroom.com that the Minister of Finance, Dr. Kasiel Atufosun, has announced that about 51 kilometers of the proposed Accra Kumasi Expressway corridor have so far been cleared as work progresses on the flagship infrastructure project. The Ghana Armed Forces are leading the initial phase of work on the transformational road project under the direction of President John Dramani Mahama. Now, he made a Facebook post today, Thursday, 28th May, where he praised the military for what he described as phenomenal work on the project. So that's an update. So far, they've done 51 kilometers. I think the last time we touched on this story, they have done 19 kilometers,
19
if
kilometers.
I recall correctly.
That's right.
And they've done 51 now. I like the pace with which the military is clearing the road, and hopefully the compensation will also come soon. And the contractors
can I bring you two quick stories from the energy sector?
Let's
Very
do
quick
one.
Okay, let's do one. Then the MPE CEO vows to deal with fuel smuggling. Now, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, Godwin Kujo Tamaklu, has reiterated the authority's commitment to bringing an end to illegal fuel smuggling and trading along Ghana's coastal areas. His comments come after a visit to the Eastern Naval Command in Tema on Tuesday, 26 May 2026, following the arrest and destruction of 8 as the two institutions collaborate to combat the menace of illegal fuel operations.
But what is his official? Is it Godwin or Edwiji?
Godwin.
I know
Edwiji is also part. Godwin, Edwiji Kujo Tamaklu.
But they have written Godwin Kujo.
Yeah, they didn't bring the Edwiji in there.
No, Pascal, did you say people are in Cambodia?
Yeah, that is that's
Cambodia.
You fire.
Come back home. Come
do
back
what?
Home.
Come and do what?
We are doing 24 hours. We are doing push. They should come and help us push the nation forward.
Or they should help the president clear the
Cambodia.
Show.
My guy, come
The
back.
city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
And now Shika Caesar joins us in the studio, sporting a pink dress this morning, about to deliver the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Charlie, what's up today? Some Galamsey data system or something?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank and GOIL PLC. GOIL, good energy. Coming up, government moves to raise 5.89 billion Ghana cedis from domestic debt market this week through treasury bills. And economic watchers project Ghana's economy to end 2026 at 5%. Also coming up, on the Channel 1 Market Price Barometer, fuel prices rise marginally in May. We'll tell you why. I'm Nashika Caesar. Let's settle for our details now. The government is seeking to raise 5.89 billion Ghana cedis from the domestic debt market this week to meet its short-term financing needs through the issuance of treasury bills. According to auction data released by the Bank of Ghana, the new target represents a significant increase in the government's borrowing appetite compared to the previous week. Here's more.
The targeted issuance will cover the standard 91-day, 182-day and 364-day T-bills. Government is aiming to raise 1.4 billion Ghana cedis, more than the 4.4 billion Ghana cedi target set in the prior auction, representing a 31.3% increase. The planned borrowing comes after government fell short of its previous T-bill target by 5.9% amid softer investor demand. Government raised 3.93 billion in the latest T-bill auction, below its 4.4 billion target, as demand weakened across the 91-day, 182 and 364-day instruments. The 91-day continued to attract the highest investor interest, recording bids totaling 2.53 billion, of which 2.51 billion was accepted. The upcoming auction is expected to provide further indication of investor sentiment in the domestic debt market as government continues to rely on short-term instruments to finance maturing obligations and support budgetary operations.
That was Netili Netiajahu with that business desk report. Moving on, the African Development Bank projects Ghana's economy to expand by 5% in 2026, with growth expected to strengthen further to 5.4% in 2027, positioning the country among the stronger performing economies in West Africa. The projection is marginally higher than the 4.8% growth forecast by both the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank.
According to the bank's 2026 African Economic Outlook report, Ghana's inflation rate is projected to end the year at 9%. However, this is higher than the current inflation range of about 3% being recorded by the country, reflecting expectations of improving macroeconomic stability and easing price pressures. The report also anticipates a gradual improvement in Ghana's fiscal position, with a fiscal deficit projected to narrow from 2.6% of GDP in 2026 to 2.2% in 2027. On the external front, Ghana is expected to maintain a relatively strong current account position with a surplus of 3% of GDP in 2026 before moderating slightly to 2.7% in 2027, underscoring resilience in the country's external sector despite prevailing global uncertainties. More broadly, the African Development Bank projects West Africa's economy to grow by 4.7% in 2026, supported by robust agricultural output, expanding agro-processing value chains, and sustained public investment in infrastructure energy and transport systems. However, the bank cautioned that rising geopolitical tensions, elevated global oil and fertilizer prices, and persistent supply chain disruptions remain significant downside risks to African economies, including Ghana. The report further stressed the need for African countries to strengthen domestic resource mobilization, deepen regional trade integration, and improve fiscal management to reduce exposure to external shocks and enhance economic resilience.
You had there Emmanuel Opong with that business desk report. Now, consumer advocacy group CAT International is asking fintech companies to give customers at least 1 month's notice before introducing new charges. The call comes after the suspension of the Bank of Ghana over a proposed 0.75% fee by Mobile Money Limited on wallet-to-bank transactions, scheduled to take effect on June 1. Speaking to Citi Business News, West Africa Regional Director of CAT International, Attah-Mensah, said fintech firms may adjust pricing to reflect operational costs, but abrupt fee changes could undermine public confidence in digital financial services.
1 month is a fair notice period. Last year, when MultiChoice wanted to increase their tariffs, they gave consumers 1 week notice, which faced a lot of backlash. And that is not a very good commercial, a commercial business plan, because when you have customers that you build business with, you don't just give them just 1 week notice that you are increasing your price effectively. No, you must respect your consumers, because if the consumers are not there, the business will not be there. And so giving them just a week notice, I think that it is not the best. And in most countries, they do 6 weeks notice, but let's be conservative and give ourselves 4 weeks notice for such an increment notice.
That was the West African Regional Director of CAT International, Attah-Mensah, speaking there. Now, fuel prices rose marginally in May, while transport fares remained largely unchanged. Data from the Channel One Market Price Barometer suggests the increase was driven by global oil market dynamics alongside the removal of some domestic pricing interventions by government. The development could place fresh pressure on consumers and transport operators. We have more.
The latest Channel One Market Price Barometer shows petrol prices recorded the sharpest increase in May. Average petrol prices rose from 13 cedis 27 pesos per litre in April to 14 cedis 60 pesos in May, representing a 10% increase month on month. The increase reflects sustained pressure from global crude oil prices, driven partly by geopolitical tensions alongside domestic fuel pricing adjustment. Diesel prices, however, remained relatively stable during the review period. Although prices varied among oil marketing companies, average diesel prices stayed close to April's benchmark of 16 cedis 10 pesos per litre, indicating only marginal movement in the commercial fuel segment. Liquefied petroleum gas LPG also recorded a moderate increase. Prices moved from 16 cedis 31 pesos per kilogram in April to 17 cedis in May, representing a 4.2% rise. Meanwhile, charcoal prices remained unchanged at 140 cedis per mini bag. On transport fares, the barometer showed largely stable prices across major routes in Accra. Fares on the Medina to Circle route recorded 8 cedis transport fares, and Kasua to Circle recorded 10 cedis, while the Ashaman to Circle route recorded 18 Ghana cedis in the month of May. The latest data suggests Ghana's transport and energy market remains broadly stable, although rising petrol and LPG prices could still increase pressure on household spending and inflation.
That was data compiled by the Channel One TV Research Desk under the Channel One Market Price Barometer, tracking price movements across Accra. Now on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 68 pesos, while the British pound is going for 15 cedis 74 pesos, and the euro is at 13 cedis 60 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Goil PLC. Goil, good energy. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Mappé. Et mappé. Oh, French idiot. This is a midi croissant.
Meet Aja. She makes sobolone in a small shop in Kaswa. She's going places with MTN Ejumapa. Now, she's learning French kakra to teach her francophone customers indigenous recipes.
Watashi no namae wa.
Watashi no namae. Boy.
Whoa. She's learning Japanese too. Watashi. What? If you're a woman with a small business, join MTN Ejumapa today by dialing *5060# and enjoy 150 megabytes data, a lifestyle bundle for social media, free MTN to MTN calls every Monday, and an insurance cover. You will also gain access to expert training, discounts on digital tools, and financial support to grow the business of your dreams. Terms and conditions apply. MTN.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goil, good energy.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. We want to accommodate. Come make I be your bike. Working from 9 to 5.
It's 13 after 7. Nashika Caesar brought to you the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It's brought to you by Goil, EcoBank, and MTN. Are you looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance? Don't look any further. Goil Super XP is of premium quality and gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. As you journey the road, look out for the Goil stations and fuel up your vehicles with quality you can trust. EcoBank is helping you control your money as they've brought the EcoBank mobile app just to give you power to command your money, transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity, and school fee payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. Go ahead and download the EcoBank mobile app on the App or Play Store. Command that money. Command also means paying attention to details, and this one is very important. Yesterday, someone sent me a message message that he had been scammed. They have withdrawn more than 5,000 cedis from his Momo. Now, EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, your OTP, your bank card, or your Ghana card details. So please beware. Whether you are buying data and they send you some link, that's what's his story in this case. So please beware. EcoBank call center 0800 003225. Just in case you're in doubt, you can call that number. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Now, queuing for your favorite watch, yeah, we can get it. Queuing for Trotto, Charlie, how for do? But queuing to swap your MTN SIM, dear, that one is a haram. We won't accept it. Visit the My MTN app on your phone. Download it if you don't have it yet. Or dial *133# and get this done quickly. No more standing, no more sweating, no more who be the last person. This one do it yourself. Simply swap it everywhere you go. Gabby Affairs in the studio for kickoff. It's brought to you by Lesheho. Are you ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom? Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With Lesheho's Fixed Deposit Solution, you are making your money work for you. Join the investment revolution with our Fixed Deposit Solution and take charge of your financial future. 0302-208-333. Call this number now to learn more. 0302-208-333. Invest wisely. Invest with Lesheho. Lesheho, let's improve life. Just before Gabby comes in, Henley and Partners. They are the global leader in residence and citizenship planning. They help investors and their families secure alternative residence or citizenship through leading programs worldwide. We've helped many families to seek greater global mobility. We've helped them diversify their investments, expand their businesses. And for many Ghanaians, popular options include Caribbean citizenship programs like Antigua and Barbuda, all the way to St. Kitts and Nevis. And others are seeking residence by investment programs in Greece, Portugal, Malta, UAE, UK, US, Canada, and whatnot. Call us 0206-042101. We will help you. Email us ghana@henleyglobal.com. Our offices are at the Galleria at the Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel. Come by for free consultation. Isaac Gabriel Offer is here, sporting a beautiful tie with a golden watch. No, your tie
their details are not supposed to be out there.
Oh, the details are not necessary. Yeah. No, the panel is also shining.
I want to mind you.
I want the people to know. And this morning you are feeling brother. But the pin you used to hold your tie, that's what I don't understand.
It's off.
You for sure that's it, my brother.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Right, Thursday morning, welcome aboard to kickoff right here 97.3 on the City Breakfast Show. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Munoz is calling for it over here because he's got the freedom of the city. Wharton goes on. Oh, Mateta is there! And the moment Palace craved has come. Strike far too fierce for Mataya. Mateta, right place, right time.
Okay, and so that's how Crystal Palace beat Rayo Vallecano to become the champions of Europe in the UEFA Conference League, all thanks to Jean-Philippe Mateta. We'll get into that as we progress. Also coming up.
C'est un match Djokovic. 3 manches 1, 6-3, 6-2, 6-7, 6-3.
And yes, Novak Djokovic is through to the third round of the French Open after seeing off French world number 74, Valentin Roya, 6-3, 6-2, 6-7. More from the Roland Garros from today's update. You're on the wings of Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. All right, many thanks for joining me. Let's start off with some World Cup related stuff because we have 15 days more to the start of the 20 26th FIFA World Cup. Well, let's start off with GFA President. And he is Keto Kreku. He has expressed disappointment over the decision by some full-blooded Ghanaians to represent England instead of Ghana, as conversations surrounding dual nationality players continue ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, according to Kets, players with strong Ghanaian roots should consider committing to Ghana while insisting the Black Stars have what it takes to give England a serious test at the World Cup. He was speaking to Sky Sports.
Full-blooded Ghanaians should be representing their countries. Okay, that's my clear opinion on representation when it comes to national teams in football. But having said that,
you're talking about Mainu.
Yes, Kobe Mainu. Yes. But having said that, I think that England has a good team. It's important we respect the manager and the experience that he brings on board. But what's also true is that they will meet a very, very competitive and determined Ghanaian side.
How much does it hurt you then seeing Mainu in an England shirt?
Well, it's most unfortunate, to be honest. I wish I never comment on it. I wish I never comment on such situations because, for example, when I watched the French national team win the World Cup, and the team is made up of 11 African players, I mean, it always tells me that there's a subject that has to be discussed.
All right, so that's GFA President Kets Okreku speaking to Cities and nope, not City Sports, Sky Sports. Well, let's stay with the Black Stars. And Ghana's all-time top scorer Samuel Attah-Mensah has revealed that he came close to signing for Manchester City earlier in his career. Jan disclosed that former City manager Sven Goran Eriksson was interested in bringing him to the club following impressive performances before the 2008 AFCON.
I remember that time, because of the World Cup, Man City was monitoring me. And Eriksson, he really loved me. That man really loved me. So he was following me at that time. So he wanted my signature when he became the coach of City at that time. So I was also doing my rehab. And then I remember my manager, Claudio, told me we should forget about the AFCON so that I'll be fit to go and sign for Man City at that time. You know, so and that time I had already missed the 2006 World Cup because AFCON in 2006.
The one in Egypt, yeah.
The one in Egypt. I was in camp. I think the last training that I got injured. That was when I did my first knee operation. I got a knee injury.
All right, so that's Ghana's all-time top scorer Samuel Attah-Mensah speaking to 3 Sports. Now let's take it to Cardiff because the team continued training session ahead of the Wolves game on June 2 for the international friendly at the Cardiff City Stadium. Now, Black Stars defender Gideon Mensah says the main objective of the team at the World Cup is to progress beyond the group stage, improving on their performance at the 2022 tournament in Qatar.
To make sure that my work that I've been working in the club side will also speak for myself. So, yeah, I would say it was 50-50. It's very clear. I mean, we are hoping that we do better than our last World Cup, which is to go out of the group stage and then we take it from there. You know, I mean, we can aim to go to the finals and to win the World Cup, but then you need to start from somewhere. So if we are going to look back to the last World Cup, then I think we have to also focus on getting out of the group stage and then from there.
All right, so that's Black Stars left back Gideon Mensah speaking after yesterday's training session. Now let's get to our World Cup facts of the day with just 15 days to go. Julio Ashifio has today's update for you.
Hello, this is your World Cup fact of the day, and I am Julio Ashrifi Amwa. Did you know that JJ Okocha holds the record for the most successful dribbles in a World Cup game? 15 in the 15th edition at USA 1994. The Nigerian magician admirably did it against defensive specialist Italy in the last 16, going past like Dimitri Albertini, Alessandro Costacurta, Paolo Maldini, among others. Okocha is followed by Brazil's Jairzinho 13 against Uruguay in 1970, England's Paul Gascoigne, Portugal Eusebio, West Germany's Reinhard Lubida, the Netherlands Johan Cruyff, Italy's Sandro Mazzola, Argentina Diego Maradona, and Germany Jamal Musiala. Lionel Messi has completed the most take-ons in World Cup history with 125, with fellow Argentinian Maradona pulling up the most in one edition, 53 in Mexico 1986, and that is the World Cup fact of the day.
All right, so that's my colleague Julio Ashifirama with the World Cup fact for you. 15 days to go. Now let's talk some women's football. And Black Queens and Nottingham Forest winger Chantel Boylocker says she's gradually adapting to her teammates and Ghana's style of play. Now, the England-born Ghanaian made a debut in an international friendly against England in December last year and later featured at the 2024 Women's WAFCON, where she registered a goal and 2 assists. Here Chantel speaking to City Sports.
For me, it's going to be my second tournament. I haven't been with the Queens for a long time. I think the last tournament I was quite new, quite fresh, just getting to know everyone. So now I'm a little bit more settled. So hopefully you'll see more of my personality, more of my qualities on the pitch, and hopefully more goals to help the team succeed. Yeah, definitely. I think the football's different to what I've been playing in England, but now I'm used to it. I'm used to the girls.
All right, so that's Black Queens forward Chantel Boylocker. Well, away from the Black Queens, let's talk about the Maidens because they have arrived safely in Monrovia, Liberia, ahead of their second leg FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifier against Liberia. The Maidens traveled into the decisive encounter with a commanding 6-0 advantage from the first leg and will be aiming to complete the job and move a step closer to qualification for the tournament. Well, let's take it to Leipzig and Jean-Philippe Mateta firing Crystal Palace to their first European trophy as the Eagles edged Rayo Vallecano in the Conference League final. It was Mateta's 16th goal of the season for Palace, and he almost left the club in January before a knee injury scuppered a move to AC Milan. Here from the goal scorer Jean-Philippe Mateta and Tyron Mitchell after the game.
I feel fantastic! I feel fantastic! We did it! First time in Europe, we did it! Now I just want to celebrate, I just want to party. This guy have to be with us. He have to celebrate with us too. And that's how I feel.
Tyreek, approaching 10 years at this club. When you joined all those years ago, could you have imagined a night like tonight?
Nah, definitely not. It's something that you dream of, but you don't think it's reality. And then today we showed that it was reality, and I'm just proud of everyone, past and present, that helped us get to this point.
All right, so that's Crystal Palace draw Jean-Philippe Mateta and then Tyron Mitchell. So what it means for the Premier League is that they'll have 9 sides in Europe in 2026-2027 season after Crystal Palace's Conference League triumph. Well, to some transfer news, and Barca have agreed a deal worth more than £69 million with Newcastle United for England forward Anthony Gordon. Tottenham are also close to agreeing a deal with fullback Andy Robertson following his departure from Liverpool. Manchester United are also in advanced talks to make Atlanta's Brazil midfielder Ederson their first summer signing. Well, let's talk some tennis and results from the men's singles in the ongoing French Open. Novak Djokovic progressed to the 3rd round of the French Open after seeing off French world number 74 Valentina Roya 6-3, 6-2, 6-7, 6-3. Djokovic will now face Brazil's exciting 19-year-old João Fonseca in the 3rd round for a place in the last 16 in Paris. Meanwhile, Russian 11th seed Andrew Rublev was given a 3-hour workout in Paris Heat in a 6-1, 1-6, 6-3, 7-6 victory over Argentina's Camilo Hugo Cabela to move into the 3rd round of that competition. Well, later today, world number 1 Yannick Sinner will face Juan Manuel Cerundolo at 11 a.m. and then Italy's Matteo Berrettini will take on Arthur Rindinek at 7:15 p.m. For the women's singles, USA's Coco Gauff will face Maya Sharif from Egypt, and now Naomi Osaka will take on Donna Vekic. There's more tennis news later in our subsequent bulletins, but that's the very latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports GHA. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Polytangana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Ofa. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number 1. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go,
never stuck with nothing. Come to Let's No matter your situation. Come to Let's go. We improve your life. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Let's go. We improve your life.
Charlie, dream I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. More day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spoil there. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, more day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah, motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo Day.
Electrical say you mean? Nancy no ma you wo. Every time man for so fake na begum. Yeah. It's time on motor cables ah. No ma scan. Check the cables no. Or your Nexans cable metal. One low smoke anti-counterfeit cables ni bia. So nye bia. Mun toda. E dia na ma wo use sa cables na. E ma ni dem sronko. Low smoke anti-counterfeit cables ah. E we me chede. Certificate cables on your papa wire den na se jeto ma. Opu wusu pi yi toxic ah. No me jenu so huwa. Ono ponko table to make. Na say use low smoke anti-counterfeit cable ah. O me jenu nshiwo. Wusu ka kribi no ba. Inti atriyan bi tu na jenden numa. E wanyim. Low smoke anti-counterfeit cables ya. Etwa. E hona wa. E botu ma scan. Na check there. So your original ah. Free Nexans cable metal. Nexans cable metal low smoke anti-counterfeit cable. Ya sashe. Na ya jatu bi there. Oni nyiga na cable ah. Okwa kwesi that.
Nexans cable metal. Electricity no get leg. It be Nexans cable metal cable they carry ya.
Charlie, the contract is here. Oh, my pocket. Flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
Ah, so no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 66 9346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
Enjoy homemade taste of Shito always with Didi Shito. Made with carefully selected ingredients, no preservatives, no colorants.
Preservative just helps us spice. That's how we taste. Spicy we eat.
Didi Shito, if you need. This advert is FDA approved.
Your future starts here at Lexus University College, a place where knowledge meets innovation and dreams become reality. Guided by integrity, excellence, inclusivity, and innovation, we prepare students to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Explore our accredited programs: nursing and midwifery, accounting and IT, banking and finance, marketing, human resource management, ICT, computer science, cybersecurity, applied insurance risk, and data analytics. Admissions are open now. Visit our campus at Tema, Kumti 25, Peasby Junction, or apply online at www.delexusuniversity.edu.gh. Call us on 055 1198 100 or 055 1126 448. Delexus University College. Be knowledgeable and innovative in science and technology.
Running a business today, Charlie, you know easy.
Me
Me say, Kabiomo and Dafom Kra. And that is why you need the right partner. Absa Business Banking dear. Omujina Mechipa. As an SME, when I'm making payments, Absa sorted me cash flow. Send me here fast and flexible loan in Krapoa. No wahala. My relationship manager is just a call away. Suppliers say free, customers say demanded delivery. Absa Business Banking is always there for me. With Absa Business Banking, chale, no two ways. So whether you are a large business or an SME, Absa has you covered.
At Absa, we get it and we understand every kind of business need. Visit an Absa Bank branch today for your business banking solutions. Your story matters. Absa.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Mommy, I can't remember share. Or let me say, let me just share. Can I not do a fair? Then I know so that there. Only my dear, me painty and funk me in the air. Me tell us I'm sorry, me call me there. Wapa makuma mutu, me hunti minti the silver more. Other reasons, yes, Wapa makuma mutu, me hunti minti the silver more. Other reasons, yes, my darling, my sweetie, oh my darling. What do you dance here, see Joe, my darling, my sweetie, oh my darling. What do you dance here, see Joe? All of the home vantage, all of the home vantage. Oh, yeah, better for my woman, other than koi. Why Baba, I'm fantasy, other one fantasy. I've been all over the world looking for someone, I don't know what to me be.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's 37 after 7 this morning, Thursday morning, 28th May 2026. And a number of issues on our mind. Big story, we have evacuated successfully more than 300 Ghanaians from South Africa. In the wake, of course, the government of Ghana has evacuated some 300, the first batch of Ghanaians who were suffering xenophobic attacks in South Africa. And it's, it's generated a wave of conversations online. People are praising the government for looking out for its own, and some are now demanding nationalism of resource nationalism. And we've heard the voice of the Greater Accra Regional Minister instructing the Ablekuma West municipal authorities to ensure that structures on waterways are demolished, or she will come there, she will go there and do it herself. Is it the case that but for the RCC. But for the involvement of the regional minister, the municipal assemblies are unable to take down structures that are built on waterways because first they have to permit for structures to be put up. And if the structures are put up on their blind side, assuming structures could be built overnight and they didn't know, why do they need the involvement of the Greater Accra regional minister before they can do that? We have seen that Ghana Water says they have started targeted spillage of the Wager Dam. If you live around Tetegu, Wager and all, were you aware of this? Have you been affected by this? We have a very interactive show today. As always, 0539-986-996, 0539-986-996. Richard Delaskai, Francisca Kakrafos, and Godfred Akotobuafo. We are all here to highlight the issues that matter to you. In the meantime, GCB Bank is making business simpler, faster, and smarter with digital solutions designed for every business. Run payroll, make vendor payments, and approve transactions on the go with GCB Bank online banking. Pay bills, school fees, and buy forms instantly with GCB Pay. For importers and corporates, GCB ePay makes customs duty and institutional payments fast and secure. Businesses can also accept payments seamlessly through GCB POS and GHQR with instant confirmation. Always digital, always GCB. Business Express at gcb.com.gh is where to email us. GCB is your bank for life, and everyone is a winner in the Ongalicious Abingwaha promo. Over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. Just look out for the special Ongalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets, 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any Onga redemption center near you. You will receive a scratch code. Scratch it to reveal a unique code. Send it to, you will receive a scratch card. Did I say scratch code? Sorry. Send it to *713*27# and you will win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. We have deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs from the 15th of April to the 15th of July. Terms and conditions apply. And if you're dreaming of studying abroad or taking your IELTS, talk to us at IDP Education. We offer free counseling and application support services. We help you save on your finances. IDP offers expert free support for study abroad applications to the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Canada. We've helped thousands of students and you are next. So we are waiting for you at our office at Osu Akoa J. In Kumasi, we are at Edum Nsiase. Call us 054-233-1052. And let me tell you about Cowbell Coffee. It should be by your side at all times. Whether you're grinding for an exam, pushing deadlines at work, cooking up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day right, and you can enjoy it anytime because success doesn't just happen overnight. There's the little moments, the early mornings, the late nights, and through it all, Cowbell Coffee day with you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. And some special folks are celebrating their birthday today.
Yeah, so Jones from La says that, good morning, Caleb. Please wish my uncle, brother, and friend, Mr. Perry Adoboy, who is the CEO of Deka Farms at Verdeme, and my sweet daughter, Queen Matilda Amasedinan Adoboy of Services School, a happy belated birthday. I pray for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for her. This one says, good morning, team. Happy birthday to my amazing wife, Sandra Krom. Thank you for being the heart of our home and the love of my life. Raising our 4 beautiful children with you has been the greatest adventure I could ever have asked for. I love you so much. It's coming in from your husband, Victor Krom, and alum Ayiram, Elinam, and Eduji. This one is coming in from Victor in Ashaiman, and this one says, "Good morning, team. Can you help me wish a happy 5th birthday to Giovanni Wekia Asowe?" That's a very interesting. Giovanni Wekia Asowe. By God's grace, he turns 5 today. He's our miracle. We are so grateful to celebrate him. We thank God for his life, and he should keep blessing, protecting, and guiding him always. And it's coming in from Robert and Olivia, who are your parents, and the entire family is joining this particular celebration and dedication.
One. And there's another one here. Today is my son Humphrey Henry Nik Amarteifio's birthday. Okay. Today is my son Humphrey Henry Nik Amarteifio, and it's his birthday, and it's our 22nd wedding anniversary. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Ala Ajete, I pray that the good Lord blesses us and gives us a long life. Thank you. This is from Mrs. Naki Ajete. And there's a message that came a bit earlier. Caleb, kindly provide updates on your Atala assignments. The culvert design and construction should be revisited, and the assembly should kindly clear the silt on their grade. Thanks. I think this message came a bit earlier in the week, where the listener was asking for the drip equipment to be used to clear the silt on the stretch. Why I said that alone is cosmetic, because the problem is deeper. But of course, the call was for the silt to be cleared so that traffic congestion will be eased a bit. So he's asking for an update. While you're there, can you share with us whether the situation has improved? We'll appreciate that, Sky.
Okay, so let me do this one for a respected member of parliament from our constituency in the Volta region, the Honorable Emmanuel Kwesi Bejira. May God grant you good health, wisdom, strength, and many more years of impactful leadership and dedicated service to the people of the whole West constituency in the Volta region, Ghana, Africa, and beyond. Wishing you a blessed and fulfilling new year. Happy birthday. Honorable is coming in from Vera Haibo, doctor, who was at some point your PA, celebrating you this morning. And all of us here at Citi FM are joining this particular celebration for the work you continue to do for the Republic, and of course representing such a key constituency from the Volta region. May God continue to give you strength so that you move on and continue to do what you are doing for Mother Ghana.
Very important. Happy birthday, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so GIPC people too have said there.
Oh yeah.
But this one is a whole thesis.
Simon Maji.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, you read it.
10 pages of birthday dedication to the big man.
So it's commensurate with the size.
With the salary and the job, you know.
No, it's size is peppermint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big man. It's a big man.
On this special day,
yes.
We pause to celebrate not just a birthday, but a life dedicated to purpose, excellence, and transformational service to Ghana and Africa. Since assuming the leadership of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, you have brought a bold and refreshing vision, championing Ghana as a premier destination for investment, fostering stronger trade partnership, and giving voice to Africa's immense potential on the world stage. It goes on and on and on.
As you mark this milestone today,
that is the methodology.
May you be surrounded by the warmth of those who love and admire you.
My God.
May the year ahead bring you renewed strength.
So you read the conclusion.
Continued, breakthroughs and even greater opportunities to shape the investment landscape of Ghana and Africa.
Yes. So Kaka will do the conclusion.
So in conclusion. Happy birthday, sir.
Yes.
The best is truly yet to come. With warmest regards and deepest appreciation from the entire staff and management of GIPC.
Daddy, I want to work at
There might be some party today. No, something is raining at GIPC.
Nobody will take part for the item. He knows what to do. Maybe, you have heard what the application, so you know what to do.
Very
but it shouldn't be out of the, it should be outside. You get me? So that we won't have problem. Somebody go do a birthday the other time.
Wahala. So it should be according to the code of ethics.
Yes.
Very, very
No, we all, you do that, we'll come with our own things.
On that note, good morning to the Chief of Staff.
Yes.
His birthday was beautiful. Now, I will get back to, earlier I mentioned during the newspaper review that a colleague, a classmate of mine had complained yesterday that the Wager Dam has been spilled and that they were not informed and that the area is getting flooded as we speak, or has been flooded since. Our reporter is there, and we've seen a communication from Ghana Water Company as well. So we'll bring you that conversation. Also, the Greater Accra Regional Minister has been... Yeah, please, go for it.
Also, an alert from Nadmo Wager.
Nadmo Wager, okay.
So let me just read that one
Good,
as
please.
well.
Yes.
It says that Nadmo Wager Gbawe is appealing to all residents living along the Wager Dam spillway. So okay, let me read this one. Nadmo Wager Gbawe is appealing to all residents living along the Wager Dam spillway to move to higher grounds. What's happening? 1. Heavy inflows from the Nsawam area into Wager Dam Reservoir is threatening to exceed the maximum level. Okay. The management of the dam are spilling the excess water to protect the integrity of the dam. 3 spill gates are opened at 30 inches each, spilling at high intensity. Communities downstream the Wager Dam are likely to be inundated. What to do right now? 1. Residents must leave low areas immediately. Don't wait to see the water. Move to higher ground. 1. Residents must leave low areas immediately. Don't wait to see water.
Right.
Move to higher ground. If you see the water, it means you are swimming. Alert neighbors, especially the elderly, children, and those without phones.
Yeah.
Knock on doors.
Right.
Carry essentials only. IDs, medicines, phone, chargers, small cash, key documents in waterproof bags. 4. Avoid crossing floodwaters. 6 inches can knock you down. 2 feet can carry away a car.
Wow.
4. Avoid crossing floodwaters. 6 inches can knock you down. 2 feet can carry a car. You can contact NADMO if you need help, and they give the numbers. Let me just mention the numbers they have for NADMO. 112 or 0302 964 884. 0302 964 884 or 0244 429 315 or 0244 480 355. These are NADMO office numbers. So for those in that area, this is for you. The key areas at risk. If you live around Tetegu, Weja, SCC, Old Area, Old Barrier,
right.
Oblogo, Malam Junction,
wow,
Aplaku, Botiano, and other communities downstream of the dam.
Wow.
Then alert says move now.
Wow, that's
if you live around Tetegu, Weja, SCC, Old Barrier, Oblogo, Malam Junction, Aplaku, Botiano, and other communities downstream of the dam, move now.
Wow. That is very serious. So serious matters this morning. We'll get into the details. Life doesn't wait for payday. Whether it's school fees, business emergency, or finally starting that project, you need a partner who says yes. And that partner is Blue Financial Services Ghana Limited. With Blue iFinance app, you can get a loan disbursed in as little as 4 hours. No long queues, no endless paperwork. And if you are looking to grow your money, Blue investment rates are among the most competitive in the country. So don't just survive, thrive with Blue. Download the Blue iFinance app on the Play Store or App Store today. Call us now, 0303 968 196. WhatsApp us directly 0501609958. Follow us on socials, Blue FSGH, Blue Financial Services Trust in Blue, and the Lexus University College invites students, workers, and the general public. If you're looking for world-class education, market-driven professional qualification, you want to top up your diploma to a bachelor's degree, talk to us at the Lexus University College. Find more on our courses and BScs from nursing to midwifery, all the way to information, communication technology, computer science, banking and finance, and so many more courses. delexusuniversity.edu.ga. That's where to find out more. Tema Community 25 Peaceby Junction is where we are. WhatsApp 0577 734 549. Admission is in progress. And just before I come to Kakra and Sky, you know, life doesn't stand still for you. It doesn't wait for you to be prepared. It just moves. The best you can do for yourself is to prepare for life instead. A flexible policy like Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan to help build a legacy that offers you a cover of up to 300,000 Ghana cedis with no underwriting, greater flexibility with no limits to the lives you can cover up to age 80, and an uninterrupted cover, no lapse, enabling you to secure what matters most in the simplest of ways. You also get to enjoy the flexibility to update your cover every 5 years. That's exciting, right? Dial star 378 star hash, star 378 star 3 hash. Request a call for the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan today, and let's get you a plan that works for you and your family. Old Mutual, do great things every day. So, Sky, Kakra, Godfred, before we get into the conversation, I want to bring back to you a voice we heard on the City Breakfast News this morning of the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the Honorable Linda Oklu, interacting with the Honorable Michael Alotekpakpo, who is the Ablekuma West, no, it's not Michael, it's George Alotekpakpo, who is the Ablekuma West Municipal Chief Executive, talking about some demolition exercises that need to take place. So, take a listen.
Different thing altogether. Yeah, all this shit, new service. And up to Wednesday, I'll be here on Wednesday. I'll be here on Wednesday to inspect again.
By today's week.
Okay. You said, you want to
gata odani. Definitely.
Different thing altogether. Yeah, all this shit, new service. And up to Wednesday, I'll be here on Wednesday. I'll be here on Wednesday to inspect again.
By today's week.
Okay. You said, you want to
gata odani. Definitely.
Yeah, so Godfred and Sky, you understand Ghana better than I do. Your guys.
Yes, so the regional minister, I think, visited. She was in my area yesterday.
Nice.
With the MC, Mr. George Bakwaluti. They went to inspect the Otojo area, which has generated a lot of conversation. And basically, what the minister was asking for is that some buildings are supposed to be demolished.
Yeah.
She said she'll be back next week, Wednesday, to inspect, and the MC in response says he's going to get right on it. And in fact, he's going to do the matter even before
she shows up.
Oh,
okay.
So he's reassuring her that he's going to clear some of the buildings that she's pointing
2 days ago, when we had this conversation, you mentioned that there are over 1,000 properties on waterways.
That area.
If they must be properly cleared for the waterway to be free.
Yes.
Up to 1,000 households.
And also importantly, I think there has to be a lot of engagement. Post that conversation, I've done a bit of work into what is going on in the Otojo enclave, and it's not just the Otojo side. You know, the Malam Junction side is also impacted by what is happening in the Otojo side.
Correct.
So
because the water is pushed back as a result of the
water is pushing from both sides.
Yeah.
So there's a big problem there, with the reclamation, with the refuse sites, and also with the activities of local authorities. And that is where I think the biggest problem lies, because if you listen to other audios, when I was there yesterday, for instance, the MC and his people were complaining about the fact that, look, nobody has a permit to build, but people have built. So the question is, how are they building without the permits? Because these are not structures that can just spring up overnight. You have representatives in the area. And like I said 2 days ago, it is pretty clear people are not supposed to live there. But from the videos that have been shared on social media and what people have been commenting about, you can clearly tell that there's a full-grown estate that
in waterways.
Yes, in waterways.
That's crazy.
So the difficulty is engaging those persons who are enabling the spread into the waterways. There's been a conversation about the refuse dump that is there because, and that is pretty clear, there's a massive refuse dump that is being pushed into the waterway there as well. Where do you site it? Where do you clear it? And all those ones. So there's a lot happening in that space. But if they don't find a lasting solution, I don't think there's a temporary solution. There could be an engineering solution, but it will cost a lot of money. But this is also costing money because the buildings there, people have put up buildings that are about to be demolished. People have already lost property because the water has carried some of the things away. Every time it rains, it happens to the people that they are constantly victims. So something permanent needs to happen. All these things that we are hearing, we've heard before. We will clear.
And it's touch and go. It's not on a consistent basis.
We will clear. It's a cycle. Something new is what we are all looking for. And that new thing requires significant engagement to stop people selling the land, people filling the land. You can't hide a massive truck with rocks and sand that is driving from Dansuma roundabout to Otojo.
You cannot.
You cannot.
So you can't say that along the period where it was happening, you didn't see.
So what are you doing to stop it? Those who are doing it, you would know them. Have those conversations and let's move on.
And while at it, if you come a few steps back now, the Wager Dam is also being spilled. And the people who live along Tetegu, Malam Junction, all these people are going to be affected. And from what you've read, many households have got to be moving as soon and as quickly as possible.
But again, it comes down to this, and Kaka, I don't get this. If you read the NADMO alert, it clearly says spillway, those who live A, B, C, D. The engineering of the dam would have a path for the water. So all the people who were allowed to build there, were they not told that you are building in the part of a major dam that requires spilling frequently? And we've allowed whole communities
to emerge
there. And now every time you have to spill the dam, you have to issue warnings. Well, you said they should go, the water gets spilled, and then after that they come back. Then you spill again. A time will come where you might need to spill a lot more water than you are spilling now. And you might have Noah's Ark level of water to deal with in that part of town. What will you do?
So if you live within these areas...
Let me address the question that he raises. It's fundamental, Godfred. And yes, sometimes people may know about the potential dangers of a place that they are identifying to be their home. But here's the thing. People will do what they need to do, and that's why there's the need for local authority to also regulate these spaces, these communities. But unfortunately, it appears that it's either negligence or some kind of collusion. And so you find that these areas that are not fit for the purpose of settlement are being used in such manner. It comes back to, our interconnected web-like problems, the housing deficit, the desperation and the anxiety around getting a home or a decent place to stay, what people are willing to do. And others unfortunately taking advantage of that.
Yeah. So it's a compounded problem. We'll get into more details on that. Edwin Kwakofi has joined us for tech and social media trends. And so, Edwin, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, Caleb.
What's in the trends this morning? Good morning, bro.
Good morning to everyone. And top of the trends.
Good morning.
Top of the trends today is the return of Ghanaian nationals from South Africa to Ghana. People talking about it.
300 Spartans.
About 300 Ghanaians touched down at the Accra International Airport yesterday. They were met by a number of government officials, senior government officials, including the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Samuel Attah-Mensah, and his deputy, James Jachikwesing as well, and a number of other government officials. The people came in, they were spoken to by the two senior officials there, most senior officials there. The Chief of Staff assured them that government was focused on ensuring their safety and ensuring that they thrive here in Ghana. The Foreign Affairs Minister announced that they'll be receiving not just stipends, not just goods for them to survive with in Ghana, but also psychological psychological aid as well, because a lot of them have been through traumatic experiences in South Africa, and a couple of them were also trending. There was one which involved a hairdresser, a Ghanaian hairdresser. I think she's 42-year-old Ghanaian hairdresser who was attacked by some hoodlums. Her face was cut up by those hoodlums. Yes, she was beaten really badly. We saw the pictures, we've seen the videos. She almost lost her life, but thankfully she survived. And also another person who was repatriated to Ghana, his name is Victor Achu. He spoke about having his car jacked, as in his car stolen from him. He was shot, and he was shot, and then the bullet is still lodged in his spine. Yes, so which it hasn't been taken out. So he spoke yesterday as well. So besides these issues and the assaults that we've seen on video, a number of Ghanaians suffering quite a bit from what is going on, the xenophobic attacks in South Africa. So we are glad to have them back. A lot of people are glad to have them back, but the talk on social media is about sustaining this. How are they going to ensure that these people come and are reintegrated seamlessly into the Ghanaian society based on how long they've spent in South Africa, and what do they need to thrive here, because we already have an unemployment problem here. So how will they fit in? So that's the conversation that people are having on social media.
Well, I mean, during our situation in the 80s with the Nigerians, we saw millions of people return to Ghana. Of course, it had its own economic consequences, especially because of the state of the economy as of that time. But Ghana didn't collapse. You know, we will always be each other's keeper. These people will find their neighbors, their brothers, their sisters. They will lodge there for a while, and they'll get something doing. I think the bigger message is, first of all, we need to fix our country so that it becomes less attractive for our citizens to want to go elsewhere to earn a living. That's not to say that people will not travel to pursue better opportunities or opportunities that align with their skill set and related matters. People will always do that. But when it becomes the first choice for many, and it's a question of desperation, it is an issue. Secondly, too, I think we need to engage a lot more diplomatically, because we can't continue to talk about one Africa after we have headquarters here. You know, South Africa is the headquarters of Pan-African Parliament. So that is a key, institution within the architecture of this whole African unity thing that we're talking about. So the message must be clear that this is completely unacceptable. We cannot continue to have that, because you will not always have your citizens in your own country. South Africans are here working. Nobody's attacking them. They are. So, and yes, we've had strong condemnation from President Ramaphosa when he spoke on Freedom Day. But beyond that, we need real concrete action. People must be arrested. We must see them on the screens. They must be arrested, put before court, prosecuted, and put behind bars.
Because
these are criminals. They are not any liberators, as they are calling themselves.
I heard one South African lady say that the Ghanaian government is overreacting.
No, we are seeing the videos.
People shot in the ribs, others almost losing their lives, and you are saying what?
Because the point is that, look, there are lawful ways of removing citizens from other countries who are in your country unlawfully, if that is even the fact. The immigration service there has the authority to do that. So if you see in a particular community that, there are a number of people there who are not doing the right thing, report them to the appropriate authorities, and we expect that the appropriate authorities would act. But where we are using state actors in this, non-state actors, in this unlawful way to carry out extrajudicial violation of people's rights, the beating of people, this is completely unacceptable.
We'll spend some time on the xenophobic attacks and the government's reaction and the calls by a section of Ghanaians for resource nationalism a bit later on the show. But Edwin, let's continue. We should slow down.
Yeah, we can't be talking about after One Africa and be going that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Every day One Africa, then they are beating us. We are also looking at that. But it's fine. It's good conversation. We'll get into that, Edwin.
Yes, I'm going to continue with some more unfortunate news. This happened over the weekend, but it's gaining momentum, and people in Nigeria are calling for justice because of the killing of a Nigerian nursing student called Wendy Achumba. And the story is she had been approached by a man who asked for a relationship. She declined, and then he tracked her back to her home and with another, and they assaulted her, and unfortunately they killed her as well.
And this was in Nigeria?
This was in Nigeria. The two suspects have been arrested eventually, but obviously this is a worrying situation for Nigerian women who live alone, because how can someone just track you to your home and then do this without anyone noticing? And yes, she ended up being killed as well. So yes, so
that's madness. I mean,
and this is not one issue. Nigerians are complaining that sexual violence and violence against women is not taking as strongly as it should be in their country, and so this issue has sparked a wave of protests.
You're right on that. There's been a number of campaigns in Nigeria about sexual violence against women. It will surprise you that if you're walking by the roadside, if you're getting into a public transport, you risk being sexually assaulted by an unknown man. And that's the problem. And there's been several campaigns. The Nigerian government doesn't appear to be taking this matter seriously and putting in measures to protect the women of that country. It's unfortunate.
I think we need to see a lot more action, because these things poorly market the country internationally.
Absolutely.
And beyond the fact that you're not living up to your responsibility as a government. Of course, there are many problems, challenges facing the Nigerian government, but these are matters they need to take seriously. Of course, back home, we have also seen reports recently of kids who are increasingly being abused by men who should know better. And then also women who are also being violated in a similar sense. I think equally, we also need to do a lot more in this particular area. Things like that, especially when you are dealing with woman, it should be consensual. If you can't get it there, then
fine.
I'm in favor of the call by, is it Ajoy Yeboafare for a sex offender register? Exactly, because that in itself is a form of protection for those who would have been violated and those who could potentially be violated by these persons.
Yeah, and people who are on that list, anytime they move to a new neighborhood, they have to announce to the neighbors that they are on this list, so exactly
there are human rights issues there.
There are human rights issues, but there are also human rights issues for the children.
The victims,
if a known sex offender is moving into your community or estate, are you not concerned for your children?
But the question is whether it should be out there for everybody to see.
To the extent that your children are at risk, yes, certainly.
Okay.
No, I understand. But you see, there's always a debate around this particular matter as to whether, after having served your term, the state should still.
It should be written on your forehead. When you're coming, the children should run away.
It's not necessarily on your forehead, but you see, to the extent that we don't know what you could potentially do especially if you are not a one-time offender.
I think there should be other ways of monitoring, which other states
but it's done in other jurisdictions. It's important. You see, that in itself is part of the principles behind punishment.
Okay. Yes. Fair, well noted, counsels. Okay. Edwin, let's continue.
So, let's move to some more light-hearted news. And yesterday was Eid al-Adha.
Yes. Did you get to meet some?
No, I didn't get to meet
Sandra has not performed.
In my corner.
Naponda has not performed.
Where's the meat?
How has not performed?
I want the sirloin, so we are waiting.
Which one is that?
Sky.
Yes.
We are waiting for.
Not true.
So what happened to the meat?
Where's the meat?
All the cattle. All the camel and goat.
Sandra has to answer this question. Where is the meat?
Where is the meat?
No, he said the holiday is not enough. He needs today to finish preparing the meat.
I'm quite so.
The CD-dollar relationship has improved.
Yes.
And we are doing fairly well economically.
Okay, but that's what we are doing. People are unable to buy the cattle, the market drop.
Yes, it was Eid al-Adha in Bangladesh. Buffalo was lined up to be sacrificed.
Donald Trump won.
A special buffalo, which bore resemblance to Donald Trump. That's ended up saving the buffalo's life. It was trending wildly. People were visiting the animal, and eventually the Home Ministry in Bangladesh said they intervened and said it won't be sacrificed. It's been taken to a zoo because of the interest that's been generated around.
Oh no, they brush the hair well. They get blonde hair.
So many people online, especially my friends are Americans. They say they are going to Bangladesh.
I'm going to pay homage.
So it's become a shrine of some kind.
I'm telling you,
people want to go and see, and tourism.
But the resemblance is uncanny.
Challenge.
Okay, so to some tech news, we all complain about the Premier League referees and how they miss a lot of blatant calls. Now let's talk about basketball, because they are using AI. They're going to use AI to help the referees out. So the AI or the Hawkeye technology is going to determine if the ball is out of play and other such calls, while the referees are able to focus on fouls and all that. So AI being used very well in sports to enhance refereeing.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. We need to deepen that, and football should also adopt that. Of course, they have the goal line technology, and then the VAR, which sometimes they misuse. But these tools are essential. They are very important. Let's adopt them.
Now let's check social media trends.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
With the recent increase in electricity tariffs and fuel prices, power, although unreliable, has become expensive, and owning a noisy generator becomes a headache rather than luxury. For an affordable and durable electricity solution, you need to go solar with Translight. Feel the independence, experience the comfort, and be productive. Translight Solar. Wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight. Think solar. Think Translight. Locate us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, in between ARS and the American House at the White House bus stop. Visit our website at translightsolar.com. Call us on 0504 249 229 or 0206 542 454, or reach us through email info@translightsolar.com.
When truth is stranger than fiction, and myths spring to life, and the shadowy mysteries of a long-forgotten era become your present reality, your imagination will usher you into a realm of head-spinning reality beyond what the mind should know. Amani Adisa, of monsters and gods. Download from the Akraba app now on iOS or Android.
Aboki baby de unya sankofa pepper soup where you know pepper sankofa sankofa pepper powder sheshe raw sankofa pepper powder me pa ojawo sheshe sankofa pepper powder me pa ojawo sheshe me pa ojawo sheshe me pa ojawo sheshe me pa ojawo sheshe me pa ojawo sankofa pepper powder ojawo
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum.
Running a business today, Charlie, you know easy.
Miss say, Kabiomo and Dafom Kra. And that is why you need the right partner. Absa Business Banking dear. Omujina mechipa. As an SME, when I'm making payments, Absa sorted me cash flow. Send me here fast and flexible loan in Krapoa. No wahala. My relationship manager is just a call away. Suppliers say free, customers say demanded delivery. Absa Business Banking is always there for me. With Absa Business Banking, Charlie, no two ways. So whether you are a large business or an SME, Absa has you covered.
At ABSA, we get it, and we understand every kind of business need. Visit an ABSA Bank branch today for your business banking solutions. Your story matters. ABSA.
More flights, more flexibility from Accra. Fly conveniently with Air Peace and enjoy 25 non-stop flights weekly from Accra effective 1st April 2026. Now offering multiple daily non-stop flights from Accra to Lagos, giving you more options and greater convenience. Travel further across the region with non-stop flights from Accra to Freetown on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and Accra to Monrovia on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. You can visit us at the Terminal 3 Departure Hall at the Accra International Airport or our sales office on the first floor of the UNA Home Building adjacent to Marina Mall, Airport City, Accra. Contact us on +233 200 827 609 or +233 501 619 339 or via email at accra.pse@flyairpeace.com. Air Peace, your peace, our goal.
Every child is different. Different interests, different paths, different needs. And nobody understands your child better than you. With our all-new wheat, with no refined sugar, Cerelac gives you more choice to support your child how you see best. You take the big decisions, and we support you with the options to make them possible. Cerelac. Care for them. Count on us.
This advert is FDA approved.
Madam, give me fufu elaisu, please. Do you have beef?
Yes, please.
Give me. Do you have salmon?
Yes.
Give me. Do you have tilapia?
We have.
When your money starts to work for you, there will be signs. Invest with EDC today.
How many?
Just keep going until I say stop.
Find out about EDC's investment products and start today. Financial independence is possible with EDC.
For further assistance, call 0326 34165.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Welcome back. The rains are here. We're keeping our eyes on our spaces. Nadmo Wager has asked people who live around Tetego, Wager, Malam Junction to move to higher grounds because the dam is being spilled. Targeted spilling is ongoing. The dam is being filled as the heavy rains continue. GMET tells us we should expect heavier rains. So if you have your property within that space, you should be moving. Downstream, the Greater Accra Regional Minister has been to the Ablekuma West Municipality and instructed the Ablekuma West MCE and the authorities there to demolish structures that are on the waterway. If you live within the Wager side, let us know how the rains and the spillage is impacting you. Were you aware that this spillage was going to happen? And for those of you who are downstream, if you have built on the waterway, why did you do that? Are you moving? We'll be speaking to the Dean of the MMDCs very shortly. He's the MC for Ghana West. Why does it look like the regional minister must show up before some of these demolition exercises are done? 0539 986 996 0539 986 996. Join us with your comments. Where do you live? Are you okay with the rains or floods are beating you? In the meantime, everyone is a winner in the Ongalicious Abingwaha promo. Over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. So just look out for the special Ongalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets and 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch to review your unique code. Send to *713*27#. Win instantly. Cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. Deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs to the 15th of July. Terms and conditions apply. And life has a way of showing up uninvited. 1 minute everything is fine, no drama. Then the next minute reality hits differently with hospital bills, emergencies, and expenses showing up. That's why IO annual cover got you covered with just a yearly premium of 159 Ghana cedis or 264 Ghana cedis or 396 Ghana cedis for yourself and each family member. You get up to 16,125 Ghana cedis to support funeral expenses and up to 322 Ghana cedis daily hospital cash benefit per night. You can even add up to 6 family members from 1 to 69 years to your policy. So sign up, it's that quick. Log into the Momo app, go to financial services, select insure, tap on IO and follow the prompts. Alternatively, dial *928*101#. Select annual cover, sign in seconds. WhatsApp 0596 918 235. Follow at IO Ghana on socials. IO, because you care. And the Ghana Revenue Authority is reminding all persons registered for VAT that VAT and Communication Service Tax returns for April 2026 should be submitted on the VAT and CST returns form on Friday, 29th May 2026, which is the last working day of the month. File your VAT and CST returns early and avoid payment of penalties. The penalty for VAT is 500 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 10 Ghana cedis for each day of the return. The penalty for CST operators attracts a pecuniary rate of 2,000 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 500 Ghana cedis for each day the return is not submitted. And remember to submit the April 2026 return not later than 29th May, that is tomorrow, to avoid paying penalties. 0800 900 110 is the number to call. It's a toll-free line for more details. Let's go on to the phone lines now and talk to John Desmond Nye. He is the Ghana West MCE and the Dean of the Greater Accra MMDCs. Good morning, sir. If you can hear me, thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
We're unable to hear you clearly, so if you can hear me, could you please reposition yourself?
Yes. Good morning, Khalid.
Much better now. Thank you so much. So let's talk quickly about the flooding situation in Accra. GMET has made us understand that we are to expect more rains. As the Dean of MMDC how have you and your team of leaders prepared yourself for this season?
Thank you very much, Khalid. I'm very happy to speak to this issue. I must say that the issue of flooding, so far as Ghana or Greater Accra is concerned, is something that we have to critically look at and deal with. So the municipal chief executives, it is our responsibility to ensure and implement government policies. And the flooding situation this year should not be the same as last year. We should improve on it drastically. It is on this note that the regional minister is calling for a meeting to come out with measures to mitigate this. I think the media houses have been invited and they're going to be there and we're going to think through and answer questions as well. But for what I can say for the municipalities is that we have to be ruthless. We have to be ruthless and critical and take some of these decisions so far as buildings on waterways are concerned. We have to be intentional in implementing some of these policies and demolishing some of these buildings, irrespective of who owns it. And I think today we're going to backtrack this, and we have to come together, work together, and ensure some of these impediments we overcome them. I believe if Ghana is going to go ahead and do things right, we have to be responsible and ensuring that all what we discuss, all what we assume to be doing, we do them. And to do them, it takes the municipal chief executive. So today is going to be a decision to ensuring that the institutions we came to meet or of the past, at least we do something better about it.
Very
so
well.
That people will be safe.
Let's take this systematically. The analysts and experts in the field have made us understand that Accra is a plain, and the flooding challenge we are having is as a result of structures that have been put up on waterways, the filling of wetlands and the building of same, and then also the waste problem we have, choking drains and all of that. As the Dean of the MMDAs in Greater Accra, what is the scale of the problem, starting with the structures put up on waterways?
It's because we as a citizen, we know discipline. And we kind of allow things to happen before we fix them. So prevention is better than cure, as we all know. So we at today's meeting, we're bringing the NADMO, all the people that matter, our institutions, to ensure that we join hands to implement some of these measures. And some of the basic things we talk about is people being responsible so far as sanitation is concerned. We should treat our gutters as gutters and don't choke them. Don't put sachet, plastics, and rubbish in them. And anybody who is caught doing that must be penalized.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Punitive measures in place. These things are going to occur. So what we are saying is that as an assembly, we have to have development control, and we have to have officers or task force to ensure that people comply.
Right.
If we fail, to implement some of these measures, then yes.
When I talk about the scale of the problem, I am referring to data, for example. So if you're saying that some demolition must be done, do we have data from the regional level that, okay, X number of structures are on waterways and it will take A, B, C, and D to demolish them, and maybe another so-and-so period for the waterways to be cleared? Do you have that clarity in mind?
Yeah. That's a comprehensive survey, which I don't think I can stand to say that we have or we don't. But what I believe is that every municipality would have to take charge and task to be ensuring that some of these things are complied. And if you are a municipal chief executive, you also have access to works engineer who works under your auspices. So for the fact that we operate within the municipality, we should know the water logged areas where some of these things must be done. But to have a comprehensive report, I think this will come from the hydrology institution and other agencies.
But I believe that various municipal assemblies have officers in the hydrology space who should equip you, the leaders, the MMCs, with such information. Do you not have that?
Yes, we collaborate when it comes to that. But basically what I'm trying to say is that, we have the physical planning department and we also have the waste department. So we have to collaborate with even the municipal environmental health authorities to ensure that we take dredging, sanitation, and what have you as a joint measure.
It's been over a year.
What I'm saying today is that, if we fail to do the right thing today, it will come affect tomorrow.
We agree.
So what we are talking about is being intentional about implementing measures to avoid flooding.
That's true.
And this is what we're going to discuss today.
That's true. Now, in order to be intentional about dealing with the problem, it's been more than a year since you and your cohort of leaders were appointed. And so if we are all complaining about the waterways being blocked and flooding occurring, one would have expected that at least as the leaders who are the development agents on the grounds, you are armed with data so that you approach the solution, the problem in a more sustainable manner. So do you have aerial shots? Do you have data of structures that are on waterway? Fine, you have said that you do not have that. We'll take that. So hopefully you would include that in your plannings and all. Today you say the regional minister will be having a press conference. We are looking forward to the outcome. How come though that it appears anytime there has to be a demolition exercise, the regional minister has to be involved? When you have the head of works, you have the head of planning at the various municipal assemblies. This week, the Ablekuma West MCE was chastised by the regional NADMO director. His point was that they had demolished some structures in the past, but over a period of 1 year, the structures have shot up again. And we all know people cannot put up structures without permit. Is it that, what is the challenge at the municipal assembly level such that, one, it appears you're unable to demolish the structures without the authority of the regional minister, and then two, you're unable to stop the thing from happening?
For the Ablekuma case, I think it needs investigation, which I think the regional minister is going to initiate that. However, it also requires that before an assembly embark on major demolition exercise, we need to have permission from the regional minister. This is a directive from us. So you need to have this permission granted or approved before it can embark on. And I think we don't need a regional minister to actually come in directly. But as part of her job, she can pass through to supervise when necessary. However, the mandate lies on the assembly to implement this. But the clause there is to seek approval for major demolition exercises to be undertaken. If you are municipal chief executive, I think you know what is good and what is not bad. And you know by the guidance of the LI what you can do within your powers. However, there is also a directive, requiring municipal chief executive to seek approval for major demolition exercises.
Is that directive
can also bring a delay?
Is that directive to seek approval from the regional minister a challenge to the execution of your mandate in any way?
Partially, yes.
In what way?
Because if you are in charge, you have control, and by guidance and the rules, vested in you, you should be able to say yes, we are going. But whereby you would have to also wait for approval, it could also delay, because assuming that all the municipalities of Greater Accra are seeking approval, they will have to attend to each case by case. And also there is a need for the minister or RCC, before giving approval, to delegate or come and see what the situation is. And that can also give us a downtime.
I see. Let's talk about accountability for your stewardship so far. In a year and more, what would you say that you've been able to prevent X number of structures from being put up in waterways? And in addition to that, how many structures would you say have been demolished? Because you say today you are going to have a meeting and you have to be intentional, you have plans to mitigate them, and you have to be ruthless. I just want to know what you have achieved over the year that you can say is a record of your stewardship.
I think evidence of this, you will see that even most municipalities, including Tamawest, the Ransa areas or so, we've seen greater impact of demolition, clearing the waterways are concerned, and other municipalities as well. This, we are embarking on them. It is not for me to say what's the total demolition exercise that we have conducted. And this interview, I know you got me here. You told me it's going to be very brief, and now we are having a whole briefing. So when we need to give presentation on some of those things, we also come out with our data and make sure that we inform the public. But yes, we have done a lot of work, and there's more to be done. Okay, and I want to bet you that yes, we are ready, and we're going to take the job to the people, and we'll make sure that we hold the bull by the horn. Right. We know two ways about it. It is our responsibility, and therefore we must execute.
Just to push the point about requiring permission from the regional minister before demolition exercises are effected, I do not think that you require permission from the regional minister for permits to be approved, right? So
no, we don't. That's what I'm saying. We have rights over development control when it comes to the municipalities, okay? And development control, it should be everyday exercise. And just as we talk about Ablekuma, you don't wait for the building to reach maybe roofing level before you get there. That is why we have the task force. So it is something that we have to take it up as a joint exercise. Look, we came to office about 1.5 years ago, okay? And all this to be done, we cannot say that within a year we're going to have a thorough impact. We have to start from somewhere, but we have to be intentional, aggressive, ruthless, and implement, some of these measures to avoid flooding. We cannot allow this to be happening. And this is what the research is about. It's about revision. It's about restructuring, reorganizing, and, reset of our minds to do what is right. And that will bring development to our people in Ghana.
We'll leave it here. We'll engage some more after your engagement with the regional minister. Thank you for talking to us all the same, John Desmond.
All of you are welcome. Come ask questions. Come, let's all brainstorm and implement.
Okay. John Desmond is the Dean of the Greater Accra Regional MMDC East. We spoke to him trying to get some clarity on what their message is, right, Kakra?
There's a lengthy message I'd like to read, right, Caleb, and here it is. Dear Citi FM, it says RE, or is it are the demolition exercises led by the demolition exercises led by the minister.
There is an error, so just go with the demolition.
Hey, bro. Okay, so the demolition exercise led by the minister is wrong on many levels. The minister should rather hold technical directorates accountable all year round. We have our ministers doing this media outreach during the rainfall season or the rainy season. Why are we not hearing the plan for the city and demolition buildings on waterways during the dry season? The intent is good, but we are gradually becoming a nation of firefighters. Something happens and every minister acts with media. The rains go down and suddenly the noise stops. Local planning departments need to be held accountable. Why are they being paid and what is their role? Unless there's a clear plan to develop the city, I'm afraid these firefighting exercises will only last for 9 days and we move on to the next attention grabber. Yeah. Thank you, Kwabena Bristol in the UK.
Kwabena sent that from Bristol in the UK. Ask him another question from Kweku Ananse Manso Yaskaka, please.
Okay, so Kweku Ananse says, ask him if he's aware of the drainage systems of the city. Ask him if the RCC can provide you with a map of the drainage system. Not until they go back and map out the drainage systems where collections and drainage points are, Accra will keep suffering from flood issues. It is not just about the misbehavior of citizens. Leadership has not acted enough.
Right. That's a good one. So
it's a power and people problem. Yesterday I was telling you.
With money in between, right? Okay, so a few more.
Yeah. So here's another message that says, kindly repeat the NADMO numbers for those who missed it earlier.
Great.
Godfred will share that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and then also while you are waiting.
She has the numbers. Let's
okay, so this is the numbers coming from. These are the numbers coming from NADMO. There's the 112.
Yes, that's I think
that's
the
toll free, and then there's 0302 964 884. 0302 964 884.
Yeah.
There's also 024 442 9315. 024 442 9315. And there's also 02444. So there are 3 4s. 02444 80355. 02444 80355. And these are the contact numbers to the NADMO offices.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was a conversation we had with the Dean of the MMDCs for Greater Accra. The floor is open for your comments.
So a question came in just before you ended the interview. Right. I didn't see it. It came in from Gloria. Begla says that please ask him if he's aware there is a structure being built opposite the ECG Botiano office. Now that place was being used by farmers to cultivate crops. Yesterday, my drive in that neighborhood portrayed a different story. All these factories, though helpful, are blocking waterways. Now, I think it's difficult to actually hold brief for some of our public officers. I think he
It says we need plans to mitigate the floods.
Anyway,
we have to be ruthless. We have to be intentional.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, it's when you start hearing we have to business.
By this time,
it's difficult, you know. But is okay. He gave us some answers, so we'll go with that. And let me be charitable this morning, but. Let me just mention that, look, I was fairly disappointed when I heard him suggest that, look, a whole survey of some kind has to be carried out to understand the number of structures on waterways and all of that. First of all, it exposes one thing. I'm grateful that he spared the time to speak with us. Yeah. I mean, as a public officer, he could have been doing something else, but he chose to speak to us, and that is commendable. But if a whole district doesn't know how many structures have been built on waterways, then we are in serious trouble, right? This area, I presume, falls under one jurisdiction to a large extent, right? Which is to say that, yes, we do understand that there are people who would build on waterways, especially without recourse to the assembly, because people are doing their own things all the time. But it's important to understand that when you are in charge of a space, your job also includes trying to know who are the people doing the right things and who are the people doing the wrong things. Which means that your people should be out there auditing the structures that are going up, those that are complying with the rules and regulations concerning where people should build and where people should not build, right? And ensuring that where punishment has to be exacted, those are exacted. True. But if you have a whole municipal assembly and so many structures have gone up, Godfred told us about 1,000 or so people
need to go down.
Exactly, need to go down. And we don't know, and there is no survey, there are no numbers on that.
No data.
Then there's a real problem there. Yeah. How are we then protecting people who are doing the right thing?
True.
Because there are people who have lawfully gone to the assembly, secured permits, paid the relevant fees, and got the permission of the assembly to go and build. these are law-abiding citizens who should be protected by the law. So that those who are violating the law takes its own course. And it is the duty of the assembly to enforce the law at that local level and ensure that the right thing is done. But where you don't know, then there's a problem. We are living in an age of data. Look, in this day and age,
can use drones,
you can fly a drone
and detect the structures that
Mavic 3 RTK should be able to go into the air. You fly it over the what do you call it? The corridor. The one that ideally where the water should be going.
Yeah.
If you do that for how many kilometers? Maybe let's even be conservative. Maybe 10-kilometer radius or so, right, from the Wager Dam.
Yeah.
You should be able to return and map out where exactly these structures are in unauthorized spaces.
Yeah.
Because these drones, especially the ones with RTK capabilities, you can actually geotag where exactly you flew your drone, the structures in that space, and you can actually count them
and just to chip
in real time.
There is no question about the availability of drones because we know on authority that under the Garrett project through World Bank funding, drones were procured for the assemblies and personnel were trained to use the drones to do all these inspections and supervision and all.
So it beggars belief, really.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
That this, the reason the wager thing is troubling is that if you watch some numbers, we are told that some 80% or so of our water comes from the Wager Dam.
Yeah.
Now, here in Accra.
Yes.
Which means that if anything happens to that dam,
we'll be in trouble.
And if the numbers are to be believed, 80% of our water is completely wiped off or wiped out. Now, can you imagine us here in Accra, a city of about close to 6 million people, if those numbers are accurate, without water, only 20% will be getting their water from the pool and related, facilities. So it is important that we guard that particular facility with our lives. But what are we doing? If you have had drones, procured by the Garrett project, I don't know whether this specific assembly got a share of it, but let's assume that they didn't get a share of it. It is possible to lean on assemblies that have already benefited from this drone training and the related equipment. Bring them in and do the proper mapping. If you can't get your colleagues to do it, there are companies in the country with the capacity to do things like this. They do the mapping, aerial shots are taken, they go run it through their softwares, and they are able to tell where people needed to have built, where people have wrongly built, and then they will give you data, real data, hard data, that you can get within a matter of hours in some cases, depending on the capacity that you have to process the image that you have taken from site. If they don't have the know-how, I can offer that know-how free of charge.
Free of charge.
Because it's an area that I have received, some good training in. So it hurts me that.
Breathe. No.
So I beg the MC, please. Don't come on the radio. I appreciate the work you are doing for the Republic, but don't come and suggest that the data is not there, you have to take time to do it and all of that. I like you very much, but this one is some way. I think the point also has to be made that we cannot continue this cycle of every year we release the water, we tell people to leave, they go, then they come back after a few months to occupy the same spaces they should not be in the first place. We have said this repeatedly. I mean, where is the executive or the governance wisdom in that? The people have built in unauthorized spaces. What you should do is enforce the law. I know that the argument will be made that, let's put a human face to it. But for far too long, we have left a few people to do their own thing in a way that threatens our individual and collective, existence and security as a people. Why should we allow 1,000 structures to sit in a bay or a valley or whatever it is in an area which threatens the structural integrity of the Weja Dam. Sometimes if you want to spill, we don't want to spill because, if we spill it, people will be affected. And so we'll continue this management. One day, the whole dam will give way. It gives way. We are killing people downstream, just like that, because a whole water of that site going best. You remember what happened in Akosobo?
Yes.
The VRA people said they were forced, they didn't have any option, they just had to do it. Imagine, knock on wood, Weja Dam giving way because we are managing the situation. We don't want people to be affected. The government needs to develop the kahunas to say that, look, these structures are in the wrong, spaces. They didn't have the permits to be there. If they need to get a court order to that effect to do it, they must get it done. And they must insist that nobody goes back there to build. And the assembly, in this case, in terms of monitoring, again, drone capability can allow you to monitor where structures are going up. You just have to train 1, 2, 3 people. They alternate. Today, this person is on duty in the morning. Tomorrow, the other person is on duty in the afternoon. They fly across your jurisdiction to monitor in real time where people are building. Again, like I said, geo-mapping. They are able to tag, okay, this particular place, there is a structure going up. Now, if you can reconcile that with your file, the documents you have on file, do they include Kakasunaka number 1? Where someone is putting up a structure? If there is no reconciliation, then it means that somebody is doing an illegal thing. So you now go there the next morning, stop the work, or arrest the people doing it because you have real data. You don't need to send people, like 5 people, they are going to the field, they walk from this place to there. It can be dangerous.
Because most of these sites have land guards and all.
Exactly.
I recall 4 years ago around the Attah-Mensah Hill, when we were there with our drones to do about town, some of the land guards actually chased us and seized our drone for filming the area. You know the hill that is not supposed to be occupied. 2 days ago or yesterday, we told you the story. We brought you the interview of the geography professor who complained that parts of Legon is now flooding as a result of the clearing of that greenery. So the use of technology will prevent even the risk of sending personnel to the fields who will stand the risk of being attacked by land guards and some of these things.
And you see, what the point I'm making, which fortifies the position, is that because these types of technology, sometimes you can actually automate them. Kakra, you set program everything. Every morning it takes off. You know the borders of your district because it's programmed into the system. So the drone takes off at maybe say 9 a.m., flies across the whole space, the borders of your jurisdiction,
and then maps
everything
for you, gives
right?
you coordinates
in real time. Some of those, the data sometimes can be relayed straight to the station. In some cases, it records it and then comes back, lands, and you remove the data from it. Take the data from it, put it in whatever software that you are using, and then you run it. It will be able to tell you that, okay, yesterday 2 new structures have gone up in this particular space. You map that against what you have in the system. It tells you that no, you didn't approve anything for that particular space.
Besides the data,
which means that you go there the next morning and stop the people from doing what they are doing. In fact, including arresting. Now, it allows you to usefully deploy resources. You are not just deploying resources just anyhow. So
there was a point about getting permission from the regional minister. I don't know if you caught that, and the delay is likely.
You see,
please come in.
Sky is vexed that we don't want to create systems and let them work, or we interfere with the existing ones which may possibly work better, but our interference impedes their efficiency. Yesterday I saw a story on Twitter. This is in the US, where a man was arrested for driving his Tesla vehicle into a river.
Can you imagine?
Wanted
to test whether it could work in water.
So even
the weight
before,
function of the car.
Even before he arrived at wherever he intended to arrive, there were police officers there waiting for him, and they arrested him because he didn't have any such permission to do that. that is how a system works. Right. But unfortunately, we don't have that here. And I don't know if local authorities are not interested in the work or they are overwhelmed because the challenges are many. But we have people like Sky who are offering free services to employ technology to solve some of our problems. This message sent from a listener in the UK, I jumped on to read it because his message sort of puts everything that was wrong with what we heard from the Honorable MC. Okay, we are grateful that he spent time to explain to us the things that he said, but listening to him was disappointing and sort of affirmed the state of our cities. Okay, if you look at, you see, because it's raining, it appears we didn't expect rains. We are all acting as though we are surprised. The cities are filthy. The rains bring even more filth. There are potholes. Traffic lights and street lights are not working. Does that feel like a city to you? Do you get it? So his message, Godfrey will go down for me to see his name, but he talks about the minister, and you were going to ask that question about the permission, from the so-called minister permission before the municipal assembly. Respectfully, I don't think that the local authorities, the MMDCEs, need permission from the minister for every project that they are going to do. The ministry will act as the will take its supervisory role and have oversight over what they are doing. But they are empowered by law.
The office of the regional minister.
No, but you see,
should seek permission.
Using the word directive doesn't mean that the MMDCEs don't have any authority. They do. The Local Governance Act spells that out. They do have the authority. It appears that to frame it as a directive from the minister means they can't act, but that I don't think is accurate.
The law you're referring to is actually, I just want to read that to you quickly. It says, unauthorized development of right of space of community. It quickly says that an authorized officer may, without notice, effect or carry out instant prohibition, abatement, alteration, removal or demolition of an unauthorized development if that breach is creating an environmental nuisance as defined in an enactment relating to the environment or interferes with the use of public right of space. And this is the Land Use and Spatial Planning Act 2016, Act 926.
So when we make these interpretations that sort of justify why things are the way they are, I find it difficult and perplexing a bit because you have the mandate, but if you reduce it to we need to, because realistically
maybe it's the political economy that we operate in, which is to say
I appreciate that
if the DC you are doing your own thing and the minister
I appreciate that
you have the law, the law, they will remove you.
I appreciate that, but even that should still not be communicated as though that is the position of the law. That is not the position of the law. Exactly. So it's a difficult interpretation for me. So we understand that because you operate within politics, you need to tread cautiously. But that in itself is a problem because the way we govern our politics is the bane of our development in this country. The way we organize our politics is why this country struggles to develop. Because if the local authority, now has to dabble in local politics and get some approval, in quotes, that in itself delays the work that they have to do.
Let me bring you a message.
I just wanted to digest this message. So first of all, the person draws his attention that the minister should rather hold technical directorates accountable all year round. He goes on to talk about the media outreach, and all of us have said severally on this show the kind of performative governance that we are experiencing, and I'm baffled as to the reason why are our leaders appearing to let the people know what we are doing. I appreciate your cynical humor, but why do we put so much energy in appearing to do the work when we can actually do the work? Do you get it? Because the performance, there's input for that as well.
Because we have social media these days, and visibility It's,
you see, but we are not
it's
serving,
currency for the political
but we are not
class.
serving the purpose of the offices that we hold.
Yeah.
We are performing just to please.
Yeah, because I mean
the people we elect, the people we appoint ought to know better.
I agree with
and
you.
not just want to please us. You see, that's why they are selected out of all of us to work in the interest of the greater good. You see, this person also talks about something happens and every minister acts. No, I'm looking for the part about the dry season.
It says we have our ministers doing this media outreach during rainy season. Why are we not hearing of the plan for the city and demolition of buildings on waterways during the dry season? But to be fair, we saw the demolition at the Sakumo Ramsar site.
This is not limited to demolition.
The dry
Before
season.
we entered the rainy season, which MMDCE came out to tell us about their plan. In fact, when they even took office, 3-4 months along, how many of them told us their plans for the cities they will be managing?
They came to read some to the
there was a
minister's
engagement.
And in that
with
plan, how many of them broke down further the plan to deal with the rainy season and all the things that will emanate from the rains?
To be fair, we didn't see much of that.
Yes, but we had a presidential task force on flood, didn't we?
Yeah,
I'm coming. You see, this shows a certain inadequate or lack of planning. Okay, Sky was talking about how it doesn't make sense not to have the data. I'm characterizing it as that. Those were not your exact words, Sky. But the data is necessary for the planning.
Yes.
The expectation is that some preparatory work would have been done with the data so that you can plan. But if you don't have the data about how many, what was the question? How many buildings have been erected on waterways? What is your plan to deal with that as part of your grand plan to deal with potential flooding?
The argument is that someone sent a message in defense of the dean. He says that he cannot know the numbers for the entire region. He's an MCE for a specific assembly. His submission is just that he did not have it offhand. Do you prefer speculation?
But the question
was not an issue about the whole region. It's not about having.
It was about the wager place, right?
Yes.
And is he not
He's the dean for the Greater Accra
for the
Regional
Greater Accra
MMDC.
Okay.
So the point is that if you are going to engage
kinds of
maybe to be fair, we can cut him some slack if he's not the DC for the specific.
We can cut him some slack, but Sky, you see, there's a certain rigor that we expect in the private sector. We employ that rigor. Okay, the expectation that he should be up to speed about the city he manages is fair. We are not asking him to have everything and an eidetic recall of everything in his city. But if he's on the ground, there are certain things
the scale of the problem
that will reasonably come to his attention. That is the expectation. And let's not make excuses. We are not trying to beat down local authorities. We are not trying to beat them down. This is our feedback to them.
Right.
We've complained all year round about the cities being in a mess. And so these questions have to be asked of them.
We have 4 minutes. There's this particular message I want to read for you, Kaka. Caleb and team, good morning. I was laughing all the way when the dean was talking. I am a victim of building permit. Which task force he is referring to? They will only take money from you and tell you they will watch you while you build. Shame to them all. Liz Cora sent that. Okay, I will not mention where you send it from just in case. I'm ready to talk. Oh, okay. And point those people out. I see.
You see, and as part of the leadership of these cities, they should have some kind of measures in place to deal with the rot in the system. The persons
the tax
who are working
money and promise to what you build,
who are working in the task force or in the assembly, who are colluding with people breaking the law and taking money and allowing them to do that.
You need systems to do that. And I think at this point, let me appeal to the minister responsible for the sector, right? Local government. It doesn't take so much money to invest in the equipment I'm talking about. Of course, some of them are high end and all of that. In this day and age that we're talking about, 1 million coders and all of these things we're talking about, engaging the youth to do something meaningfully, it is important that we have a system in place that would deliver the kinds of outcomes that we're talking about. How many districts do we have across the country? We have 260 something, right?
Correct.
Imagine we are able to train at least, say, five young men and women in the technology that I'm talking about. And then we have survey department people provide the necessary technical support so that this kind of data is collected across the whole of the country. Right? Then we will be able to deal with things like this. We know the number of houses in our respective districts. We know the number of new structures that are coming up. We know those which are not in the right places. Exactly, which means that if that data is sitting on an MC's desk, he's then able to properly police the people in his community, in his office, who are doing the wrong thing, going about collecting money from people. Because you'll be asking the question, yesterday we approved just 2, set plans. How come we have 10 people?
20 more?
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a message here. The Ministry of Local Government and Decentralization has handed over drones to 17 assemblies. The drones are supposed to support the assemblies, monitor and curb illegal dumping of refuse in drains and flood situations. So there's drone for illegal
Which
dumping
kinds of
refuse.
drones are they?
We can.
And why are we talking about just 17 assemblies?
17 out of how many?
260 something.
Don't forget, I mentioned earlier that Garrett also gave out some drones to some of the municipalities.
Sometimes these things get provided, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but we have seen in this case, in many cases where offices have been built or schools have been built, the schools haven't been opened because they say some minister has to come or the president has to come and cut this on. I really hope that these drones are not sitting on a shelf somewhere. Look, like I said, I'm available to offer my services free of charge to the state in this particular area because I do a few things in the space. So I beg you, government of Ghana, if the people can't do it, some of us are available, and I can call my friends in the space who can help provide some meaningful support so that this mapping can, within a month, if we deploy properly, we can cover the whole of the country and know how many structures are across the whole of the country.
Look, the issue of our spatial planning and the attendant problems that come with them, they're a big problem, and we're quite passionate about it. We've even run out of time. We didn't get to talk about the xenophobic attacks in South Africa and the evacuation of our compatriots. We'll take a quick break. There is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but they are welcome.
They are welcome.
Always on. Akwaba.
Yes. Obake.
Obake.
Yes.
Contribute money, then give them.
So the government said they'll give them some allowances and things.
And Ibrahim Mahama is also doing some good work.
All right, hello, beautiful customers. At Omni Basic Bank, your security is our priority. Before engaging in any financial offer or investment opportunity, please take a moment, confirm through our official channels. Remember, Omni Basic Bank will never request for your PIN, your password, card details, OTP, or any confidential information via phone calls, SMS, email, or social media. Always remember always rely on our verified communication channels and avoid sharing sensitive information with unverified sources. Please call 0800 100 790. Omni Basic Bank is not just another bank. Piva Beverages is offering you a best of flavor in every sip. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. It's available at a local store near you. Call us on 0550-032231. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love. And when you are building, you've got to build with the best materials, and they're in the right places. Diamond Cement has got the highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. Since the year 2000, we've put smiles on the faces of homeowners. We are rated green by the EPA. We have the 32.5 hour grade as well. Good value for your pocket. You deserve the very best, so make Diamond Cement your number one choice. Anyone who wishes to buy Diamond Cement should deal with us directly. We are nationwide. Our factories are in Aplaota, Kradi, and Buepe. 0540-111-978. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. For years, you have trusted Sunny Gold Brown Sugar for its consistent quality and best packaging. Now take control of your sugar intake in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. We have introduced Sunny Gold Brown Sugar Sticks in 10 and 5 grams paper sachets. This is perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, and offices. or on the go, and even large gatherings like parties, funerals, and conferences. Sunny Gold brown sugar also comes in cubes, bottles, and sachets for all your cooking and bulk needs. So Sunny Gold is a tradition of consistent quality available at shops near you. And just before we go for a quick break, this message says, good morning, Caleb and team. It's worthy of note that the siting of Empire Cement Factory on Ramsar site has prevented Ranger Dam overflow to move naturally to the Danes River is now flattened by concrete. This area didn't used to experience flooding until the cement factory was built there. This has blocked the excess water from flowing into the Pambro salt. Eddie Queno sent that. And just before we go for the break, today is the birthday of our mother, Irene Lakona, and we would like to celebrate her. She sacrificed so much to make us who we are today, and for that we remain deeply grateful. Together with your husband, Enoch Teriana, we celebrate you today and thank God for your life. May God continue to bless you, strengthen you, and keep you for us. This is from your children, Clara, Cephas, Isaac, Irene, and William. Happy birthday. We'll take a quick break. When we return, ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance Scheme. What is it and how can you benefit from it? That conversation is coming up shortly. Please stay.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Annan. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you'd love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
June is for business here at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the City Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the City Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the On-Air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. This June, let's challenge businesses. Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205-973-973 for further details. City Business Festival 2026. driving ideas into impact. The City Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
KFC Ghana just dropped something big. The all-new KFC Kiba. KFC Chichinga Abba. Now, you can enjoy your favorite street-style taste, but KFC style. Crispy, juicy, and full of Chichinga flavor. Order your choice, starting from 2 pieces. KFC is finger-licking good.
Ready to lead beyond limits? Ready to think sharper, decide smarter, and lead with greater impact? Welcome to the Management Bootcamp 2026, an exclusive executive development experience from Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM. The bootcamp is designed for ambitious professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, and business leaders who are ready to elevate their leadership capacity and thrive in today's fast-changing business environment. Gain practical insights from top industry experts in strategy, leadership, customer service, and digital marketing. The date is Sunday, 21st June to Friday, 26th June 2026. The venue is the Platinum Bay Hotel at Abukubi. To register, call 0501 145 434. Seats are limited. Secure your place today and take the next bold step in your leadership journey. Management Bootcamp 2026, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. The Management Bootcamp 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
De jala quantum brantam, ya jabra bale dentam, ya wan passi and no. That's in some, if you are sick, maybe you know you're feeling poor. You should you know you better wahapa. No, what's the essence of life? So you should eat your way up. Never yet know wahapa. So I can't come up. Now I got some Mamati.
This is City
97.3. Sama sato do die from fa, me police, me fire, me ambulance, malamu phone I from my jam fa. Come back, madu. Mabla wanana, tebia, abla bom lecturers. Dachi baby, dachi baby shek, dachi. Mama munyu ni muona, you feel it here, I know the baby dimpo. Mama share 10 bedrooms. That's what don't you be doing in chat. What down Kulubo, one Pakudo. Does it any Jenny to now? One shot alone Fanny. Down, what's that? Shot alone Fendi, down. Now I live designer by this time. Lanokula, Yambo. Lanokula, Jabo. Lanokula, Yambo. Lanokula, Jabo. Uma me give you a dassa. Sama sato do na from fa. Uma me give you a dassa. Sama sato do na from fa. Me police, me fire, me ambulance. Malamu phone I from my jam fa. Come back, madu.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Abo, move. Come go fikinata. De jala quantum brantam. Ya jabra wale gentam. Ya one pass ya no. That's him some. If you are say, maybe you na ya febin po. Maybe you na ya better wa hapa. No, what's the essence of life? So you should eat the way up. Never yet know what so I can't come up. Now I got some mamati. Abelano Kula, Yampo. Abelano Kula, Jaipo. Abelano Kula, Yampo. Abelano Kula, Jaipo. Some Saturday night from Monfa. Woman, me give me you a dassa. Some Saturday night from Monfa. Me your police, me your fire, me your ambulance. Malamu phone I from my jam Monfa. Come back, Madu. Mabla one and a tibia. Abla bum lecturers. That's me baby, that's me baby, that's it. Mama mun you know you feel it I know me baby po. Go share 10 bedrooms. Now so don't you be do be in check. Or down kulubo, one pa kulubo. Yes, if any jenny to be play now, one shot alone find it. Down, watch that. Shot alone find it, I'm down. Now I live designer by this time. Abelano Kula, Yampo. Abelano Kula, Jaipo. Abelano Kula, Yampo. Abelano Kula, Jaipo. Woman, me give me you a dassa. Some Saturday night from Monfa. Woman, me give me you a dassa. Some Saturday night from Monfa. Me your police, me your fire, me your ambulance. Malamu phone I from my jam Monfa. Come back, Madu. To then, at to be there, we'll go chill. Now we're aiming for what we sing. Morning and no so anchor then. Into the major will be cool. Roman father so I then. Our boys are my pedal. One woman if so anchor then. One brother my head in the bed. More the prison so I then. Naked shaman in Palia. And you win me, are you? Baby, baby, the duty to nada when I'm here, so free so be now. I say, be the days in the depot. Until what they to done, what will be the only in the inside? Obisu want to Muado, so they be all order and I'm here safe. It's a 1 power, Dina, you, mother much so I had then. Susinu dipo, obinya wayo, Obine de susinu di po shobi yawa yo. Obine de susinu di obi yawa te. Obine de susinu di abelimpo. Kade tilapia say eagle jamon ya we young with their sub and swimming. I will see your best to move on to the next. It will pass, forget until then you are happy yourself. Yeah, you meet a making money, building mansions. You meet a getting married. Oh, you true. Who made TV? What about them? Could be we who may be buried. Understand? You pay the sebi crush 37 since you be so much. And they can't forget a koto Sunday you book on your baby. I bet it's Susuka. And quite be best since gas out, they will hurt you and I am lucky. No rushing, what's a minute to then? At 2 minutes, there will go chill. Now we're aiming for one listen. Morning and no so anchor then. Into game, jar will be cool. Roman father, so I am then. I will buy some girl. One woman, if you so anchor then. One brother, my head in the bed. More the prison, so I am then. Naked, she made him palia. And you win me, I you. Baby, the baby, the duty, now that when I'm here, so feel so be now. Why I say, be the days in the depot. Until what they to done, what will be the only in the inside. Obisi want to move, see they be all than an army. I say, if it's a 1 pound, I didn't be you. Mother, much so I am then. Susinu dipo, obinya wayo. Obine de susinu dipo, obinya wayo. Obine de susinu di, obinya wayo. Obine de susinu di, abelimpo. Kade tilapia say eagle jamon ya we young with their sub and swimming. I will see your best to move on to the next. It will pass, forget until then you are happy yourself. Yeah, you meet a making money, building mansions. You meet a getting married. Oh, you true. Who made TV? What about them? Could be we who may be buried. Understand? You pay the sebi crush 37 since you be so much. And they can't forget a koto Sunday you book on your baby. I bet it's Susuka. And quite be better since gas out, they will hurt you and I am lucky.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Problem there, better call Jesus. I'm only big man, not a ball on me. I watch your face, I seen the hope and it dawned on me. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, I'm just another guy. Obsessed to my morals, concerned with my liberty. Options overflow, I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Praying I never go down, if I step on toes, my apologies. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another money I want. Give me day one. go see you later. Lucky champion, they no fit to bring down. Down with them now, in the final boss. 1,000 bullets to my body on form. Samurai swings, what a situation. But when the money long, you know fit to take them with the party day long. Obsessed to my run. Concerned for my liberty. Options overflow. I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Rain, I never go down. Never step on toes, my apology. Everything would have been lovely. Just to the God, just to the God. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But time just another God, just another.
Great. It's 33 after 9, and we have wonderful gentlemen in the studio to talk about those of us who travel across the borders within the sub-region. There is an insurance package. Did you know about it? It's called the ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance Scheme. Have you ever heard about this one? And do you have a copy? How can you get one? If these are the questions you're asking, I have the right people in the studio to answer them all. Mr. Richard Eshon is the General Secretary for the Ghana National Bureau ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance Scheme. He's here with Reverend Louis Hiagbe. Board, he's on the Publicity and Education Committee as a member, Ghana National Bureau ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance Scheme. And of course, Mr. Michael Owusu is the head of claims, Ghana National Bureau ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance. Gentlemen, you are welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Caleb. Thank you very much.
Very well. It turns out this is the first time I am hearing about the ECOWAS Brown Card. I don't know how many know about this, but welcome to the studio. Let's start with the Ghana National Bureau, right? Yeah. And I'll start with you, Richard. Please tell us what the Ghana National Bureau is all about, your mandate, how long you've been in the system.
Thank you very much, Caleb. First of all, let me take the opportunity to say a very good morning to your listeners. Nice. And we bring you greetings from the board under the leadership of Mr. Frederick Saka, who is the chairman of the Ghana National Bureau. Wonderful. And also the MD of Vanguard Assurance. Right. So I get asked these questions a lot. What is Ghana National Bureau? I always want to begin the story from the back.
Right.
You know, ECOWAS is a sub-regional association for the West African countries, and we ride on the free movement. So when the free movement protocol was established, you know, free movement objective was to make sure that there is a free movement of goods and persons, promote tourism, and also facilitate trade. But there were some bottlenecks. Right. For instance, let me use an example. If you are traveling from here to Nigeria and you get to Benin and you get an accident, what happens? Okay. Your insurer is in Ghana, you destroy a property in Benin, what happens? So that is what gave rise. So the heads of states thought it rise that in 1982, to be precise, on the 29th of May 1982, the heads of state of ECOWAS member states gathered in Cotonou, Benin. As a matter of fact, tomorrow is our 44th anniversary since the establishment of the ECOWAS Brown Card Scheme. Wow. So the main objective was to ensure that victims of cross-border road traffic accident are fairly and promptly compensated.
Fair enough. So you're 44 years. Anything to mark this celebration?
As a matter of fact, at the insurance hall tomorrow, we're located on the Sunyani Avenue in Kanda. We will have an industry campaign where
this new nice building be there.
Oh yes, you got it. You got it right. You got it right. So we will involve the MTTD, Department of the Police. We'll do a little bit of campaign outside the Tesano area.
Nice one. So let's get into the ECOWAS Brown Card now. You've explained the background and what it's all about. What's the role of the Ghana National Bureau in the functionality of it?
So, like I indicated earlier on, our role is to, all the 25 non-life companies in the country are our General Assembly members.
Right.
So basically what happens is we have to make sure that whenever they issue a third-party or comprehensive motor insurance policy to the public, it's associated, we provide them with the ECOWAS Brown Card certificate.
Oh, so when I go to renew my motor insurance today,
yes,
do I have to pay extra for this ECOWAS brown card, or it's just for people who travel regular across the regions? How does it work?
Previously, it used to be when you only want to travel to any of our neighboring countries, then you go out and you purchase the brown card certificate.
Right.
But we made it automatically.
Okay.
So if you buy your third-party insurance policy, which is the minimum basic coverage, the brown card is already incorporated, whether you travel outside or you stay within.
Okay. So is it an additional document that's attached to it that I need to be given?
Yes, please. Yes. So,
yes.
yes.
Insurance people have to tell me something. I'm not getting brown anything.
So,
or is it digitized? Because sometimes when the police stop you, they're able to see on their system that you have done your insurance.
Yes. So all the insurance companies have the digitized certificate now. So when you go out and you buy your third-party motor policy, they give you that sticker. We call it insurance sticker. They're supposed to add additional brown card certificate to you. So Rev is from the industry.
Yeah, Rev, talk to me.
I'm sure I'll give the opportunity to Rev to also say a few words.
Reverend Lewis, talk to me. Am I supposed to demand the brown card? Is it supposed to be given to me, or because it's digitized, I didn't need it?
No, you're not supposed to demand it.
Okay.
It's supposed to be given to you. But, human circumstances, and that's why we are here.
Okay.
You can also demand if they should inadvertently forget.
And then they be inadvertently, they be forgetting because
they should give it to you. But as much as many companies or virtually all the companies are going digital, so they are able to send it to you electronically.
Right.
But you see, when you have to travel to Togo, they will want to see an evidence, and so there's need for you to equally have the physical copy if you're traveling outside the country.
Right.
And so that is why we are promoting this, so that everybody will get to understand that you need to have a copy of the brown card certificate in addition to your sticker for the motor insurance.
Michael, you are head of claims, so talk to me about the making claims, right, and how swiftly the payments can be done, because even here in Ghana, sometimes it can take a long time before you get police report, you get hospital report, you get this and that and that. It could be months and you've still not had your claims paid. So how quickly does this work?
Okay, thank you, Caleb. With the brown card claims, it has to do with cross-border. So we relate with other national bureaus in terms of handling these claims. The protocol strictly gives a period of 90 days, taking into consideration, there are documents we exchange from the Francophone countries. We receive all our documents in French. So we do translations of these bulky documents. They consider the documentation ourselves we will receive, like you are saying, because the person or the company settling the claim is outside Ghana. They need to have the physical evidence of what has happened, and that's the police report you mentioned.
Correct.
So they need that hardcore evidence. They need the medical report in a certain form. So those considerations come to play when we are handling the cross-border claims. But that aside, the Bureau is working very hard to ensure that claims are paid within this period. We have had few situations where it has gone beyond because of the documentation issues. If I might say, this year alone, for the first quarter, we've paid Ghanaian victims to the tune of almost 3 million Ghana cedi claims.
Wow.
And these are claims we have received from other countries, Nigeria, Burkina, Benin,
so it
Togo.
works.
It works.
And you pay in cedis?
We pay in cedis to the Ghanaian claimants, yes.
But if it's a Nigerian claimant, they will be paid, in Naira.
In Naira.
Safer for Burkina.
Exactly. And same way, we also have to say that our member companies, when we also receive the claims, they also pay to us if it involves citizens of other countries, and then we transfer those monies for them to be paid there.
Okay, so let's talk about the regulator supervisory relationship and all of that. Reverend Lewis, you want to take that, or you can add something to it?
Okay, so yes, thank you, Caleb. Because it's basically insurance, and in Ghana, all the insurance companies are regulated by the National Insurance Commission. The regulator plays a supervisory role in the sense that should there be disputes between the various insurance companies and the documentation, then they come in to ensure that it is resolved. And that is the role the regulator plays.
Right.
Caleb, let me add quickly. So the regulator is one of our key stakeholders. When the protocol was signed into law, the protocol mandate all member countries to establish the bureau. And of course, the regulator is the eye of the government. And they have to, we work closely with them. They are our key stakeholders, and not only them alone. Let me say, we work closely with the MTTD department of the police service. You know, when you get an accident, the MTTD guys will be the first people to be on the scene. So they are our key stakeholders, and also we have some key stakeholders from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which, because it's all cross-border, you know, so these are how they play into
That's very
the whole
interesting.
scheme.
You play a very important role. We like what you're doing. So let's take your very final words, right? What would you like us to know, or as you leave us, what would you want to leave with us as by way of information?
So before the General Secretary comes in, I want to state that tomorrow, Friday 29th, is the day of the celebration of the ECOWAS Brown Card Day. We've thrown invitations to media houses, including your good self. And then we've invited the MTTD, including especially the haulage and truck drivers that ply these cross-border roads to be in that meeting, as well as all the insurance companies that play significant roles as much as payment of claims are concerned. We also, as part of the celebration, intend to do donation to the Winneba Trauma Center because of accident, and then the Cape Coast Hospital as part of our social responsibility towards these ones. And then, like we said, it is going to be at our very imposing insurance house on the Sunyani Avenue at Kanda. And we want to invite every one of us to
We look forward to it. We look forward to it. Your very final words, General Secretary.
Thank you, Caleb. Once again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Citi FM, your good self, for the nice reception given us today. And we are here to educate the public about ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance Scheme. And let me take the opportunity to talk to the Ghanaian citizens. From today, I'm sure most people don't know about us, but today you know about us. If you take your motor insurance policy from any of the 25 non-life companies in Ghana, please insist on your ECOWAS Brown Card certificate. When they give you the sticker, don't walk away. Insist on your ECOWAS Brown Card certificate.
Should we fix it on our screens?
No, you put it on the inside the letterbox of your car. So if you get into any accident with a foreign motorist on our road, please contact the Ghana National Bureau Office of the ECOWAS Brown Card on 0302 733 465. I'll repeat the number again, 0302 733 465.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Richard Deshan, General Secretary, Ghana National Bureau, ECOWAS Brown Card Insurance Scheme, Reverend Louis Hiagbe, and Mr. Michael Owusu, Head of Claims. Thank you so much for the public education. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Very much,
Thank you.
Many blessings.